Harley Quinn, and you're on 24/7 Miami. Wee! Wahoo! Whoopee! Yay! Yay! Yay!
You're listening to 24/7.
Sunday, Monday, happy days. Tuesday, Wednesday, happy days. Thursday, Friday, happy days. The weekend comes, my cycle hums, ready to race to you. These days are happy and free. These days are share them with me. Goodbye, gray sky, hello blue. There's nothing can hold me when I hold you. Feel so right, it can't be wrong. Rocking and rolling all week long.
Power on.
No one told you life was gonna be this way.
When it comes to 1-year-old Mariah Cartavius, you are not.
Space, the final frontier. It's 5 years.
Ladies and gentlemen, the greatest physique in sports today, I give you. Ravishing, great, boom. You talk about arrogance. This man exudes arrogance from every pore. What I'd like to have right now is for all you fat, out of shape, Rhode Island rednecks.
You are the music, yeah. You are the music, yeah.
Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome back to Now Trending right here on 24/7 Miami Radio. It is Monday, April 24th. Glad to be back in the house tonight. We are broadcasting live from lovely Doral in Miami, Florida. We've got a full house in here, and we're even missing one. So again, I am your host, Joy Canizero. Again, you are watching Now Trending. You can find us on 247miami.tv. You can find us on Facebook Live today. Are we on 24/7 or are we on Now Trending? We're on facebooklive.com/Now Trending 247. You can also find us on Periscope through Twitter at Now Trending 247. So make sure you guys are tuning in. Join in on the conversation. We love to hear what you think. This show is about everyone's views, not just mine. Believe it or not.
Yeah, really. Yeah.
So we have a lot to talk about. Great show today. Again, I'm your host, Joy Canizero. We have the lovely co-host, Chris Metal from Chris Metal Radio.
Greetings, everybody.
As always, our lovely co-host. We have got our producer, Drew, and co-host as well over on the board here. How you doing, Drew?
I'm doing great. How are you?
And we've got Lou in the house, big man Lou. He's operating Facebook Live.
Lou.
You can hear his voice. He's the man behind the camera. And we also have lovely 2 interns with us, the lovely Connecticut School of Broadcasting graduates. We have Brian. Brian, just yell hello into the mic.
Hello.
See, you can see him. I'm
coffee.
sure on one of these cameras you can see him. And then we have the lovely Yanellis. She's operating Periscope over there. Say hello, Yanellis. There you go. You can see her on Facebook Live. There she is. We have faces. Even though I keep trying to tell them I was born, my face is for radio.
Yep, mine is too.
Right, but isn't it just awful? Like we're not even awful, but
Mine's for audiobooks.
But it's like once we get into broadcasting, we're radio, and now radio is actually turned into media as far as video media as well. What do you think, Chris? Because you always run around here saying you have a face for radio.
Oh, I do. I absolutely.
You know what? I mean, it takes effort to come in here now, even having a face for radio. So we were listening to Happy Days music. Rest in peace, our very own.
Our very own?
Well, our very own Erin Moran. Yeah, because we grew up with her. She was like that sister. She was our Joni from Happy Days.
She was. Yeah.
So, I mean,
she was Joni.
Yes, she was Joni. But authorities say former Happy Days star Erin Moran likely died from cancer at her Southern Indiana home. A statement released Monday by the Harrison County Sheriff's Department says an autopsy revealed the 56-year-old actress had stage 4 cancer, but doesn't specify what type. So again, may she rest in peace. She was someone who... How do you feel, Chris?
Well, I don't like the caption that says likely died from stage 4 cancer, because if it was stage 4, then it definitely was stage 4 cancer that killed her, because nobody comes back from that. So unless she had like slashed wrists or bullet hole in the head, it was definitely the cancer. So likely, I don't understand the likely.
I think they're being safe because they don't know. So that likely was probably someone leaked it out.
But we know she's no longer with us. So just say, cause of death still unknown at this point.
Right, but here's where it's important.
Just speculation.
Right, but and that's where fake news these days, you know, so we do have to just wait for the official report. Of course, people are going to speculate because everybody wants to have the first story.
That's why. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So everybody comes out with everything. But again, it is best just to wait for the results. However, we do know she has passed on. So may her soul rest in peace.
Yeah, very sad. And she was always fun to watch on Happy Days.
She was.
One of my favorite shows growing up. So
I agree. Drew, do you have any feelings?
No, Drew has no
Drew has no feelings.
No, I like the song.
Okay, so we've got serious stuff to talk about, but before we get into the serious stuff, I just want to talk about some funny dreams.
Oh boy.
Here we go.
I know it's just
Starting
awful.
early.
It is starting early because I want to lighten up the room before we get
shots fired early
before
today.
we get into it. Do you have a funny dream though just one that you can't forget that just makes you laugh like all of the time? This weekend I had one and it's one that I'll never forget ever again.
Does it involve white crowns?
We're on that subject again. Always bringing race into it, Drew, huh?
Okay.
Most of my dreams are nightmares. So, you know, there's not a lot of humor in them. So
I guess my life's just a huge joke. So I always have dreams. But anyhow, well, it started last week. This wasn't part of the dream, but I'm going through Facebook and you know how you go through your feed, like people post stuff, you know. So I'm going through and I follow Pope Francis, but I guess he went live. So in my feed, like of people commenting, it said Pope Francis, right? So I automatically look and I'm like, Jesus, please, he didn't comment on my page, right?
Wait.
You really want to say Jesus?
Wait, hold on a second.
This is reality. Yes.
You call Jesus. Jesus, please tell me your messenger did not comment on my page.
Yes. I love Pope Francis. However, you know,
Jesus, don't let him call me out.
if he's commenting on my page, I don't know what it could be. But it wasn't. It was just, it was just contacting me, letting me know he was going live. Thank you, God.
Maybe the pontiff listens to Now Trending every Monday.
Hey,
you never know,
I
right?
get my news from the people
Big in the Vatican.
trending.
You know?
But then I don't know. Okay, so I'm like,
I know he listens to the Chris Metal Show. So I know that every Saturday night. Well, for them, it's Sunday morning.
I'm
but
sure he does.
Yeah.
before church, he's listening to it.
He is. He's rocking out to Chris Metal.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's what it was that was on my mind all week that led up to the stream. So over the weekend, now, 2 Christmases ago, a good friend of mine bought me a shirt from Spencer, and it says "Mother Effin' Legend." Right? It says the actual curse word. Wow. It says "Mother Effin' Legend."
You want the pontiff to contact you
No,
about
but listen to this.
Oh, he's got one too.
Like I said, but that wasn't even my dream. But over the weekend, like I said, I found my shirt, so I'm wearing it. I went to bed. I had a dream. That I woke up. I'm standing in the middle of the church.
All your brothers and sisters.
No, listen. I'm standing in the middle of the church, and I look down at myself, and I'm wearing the T-shirt that says "Mother Effin' Legend."
At church?
At church.
How dare you?
And I'm like, how did I get here? I need to get the shirt off.
Are you serious?
For real. I was just standing there, and it was awful. But again, thank God it was just a dream. I can't believe it. Wouldn't you be like?
That's everybody in the congregation.
Checking her out.
You guys are just they make me cry. Well, then moving on to serious news, since my dreams aren't that funny.
Well, that's fake news.
Donald Trump. He's reaching his 100 days as president. Our president.
Your president? Drew?
No.
He's all of our president.
No.
So there's no honeymoon for Donald Trump in a new ABC News Washington Post poll, but also no regrets. He approaches his 100th day in office with the lowest approval rating at this point of any president in polls since 1945. Yet 96% of those who supported him in November say they do it again today. His challenges are considerable. Majorities say Trump lacks the judgment and the temperament it takes to serve effectively. 6 in 10 doubt his honesty and trustworthiness. See him as an out of touch and don't think he understands the problems of the people. And 56% say he's accomplished little or nothing in his first 100 days. What do people want him to accomplish in 100 days?
What do people expect in 100 days? What do people expect things like to happen overnight? They don't.
First
Nothing
of all,
does.
he did a report over the weekend with Associated Press explaining where he comes from, where his thought process comes from. This 100-day thing, first of all.
Did you see that interview?
I read the interview.
Oh, even better.
I agree with a lot of it. First of all, this 100-day nonsense, this is just a milestone that someone made up. This isn't even something that's a legal type.
It's not a requirement. What it is basically it's a window of how your presidency will be.
But you're talking 100 days into 4 years.
Well, what should we wait 2 years? Yeah,
okay, I think that's such a small. That's like saying 1 minute out of 60 minutes.
But that's still something that's done since the beginning of time. It's not just because of him. We're checking his 100 days. It's every president first year.
But we don't have
100
to.
days.
But we don't have to. Shouldn't we give him a little bit longer?
No.
And I think he's made progress.
Why give him more time? He says he can.
100 days.
He says he can do it. He says he knows more than generals.
1%.
He knows more than generals. He knows how to fix this. Everything's great. He's a friend of the environment.
Yes. Well, we're going to talk about this. Let's get into this. Okay, things that he's been working on so far. I know, because you know why. Drew, I love you, man. You're here.
Yes.
And we love your opinion. This is, again, the show where everybody's opinions matters, especially mine.
This is the guy running the board.
Is in control of the mics. Okay, so far we've got border wall. That's been a hot topic all weekend. This border wall, Nancy Pelosi gets on some news show again. We don't need to waste the money into it. We do need to put the money into it. Go ahead. I want you to tell us why. And I'm going to tell you why I think we do.
Okay, here's why I don't think we need to do it. And one, you're talking about taking land from people who own land. So the government has to go in and repossess people's land that don't want to give it up. Two, it's going to cost more money to make it from what he's describing as than the value of it. In other words, it's just more money than we can afford. Three, you're going to end up cutting programs that you don't want to cut to pay for that wall.
Okay, here's my question though, real fast. Sorry to cut you off.
Sure.
At some point though, don't you think we already have an existing wall? We already have an existing wall.
Sure it is.
At some point, we're going to need to update this wall, whether it be during the Trump presidency, whether it's normal upkeep. And that's what we need to do. Would you agree? Would you agree that we have an immigration problem?
No. And I'll tell you why. I think there are other matters are more pertinent than that. Of course we have immigration problem. Every country has.
Right.
But the point is, I think it's better to make sure that bridges work, they don't fall down, that infrastructures are more secure, that people in Flint have clean water to drink, than a wall in suburb of Texas that's on someone else's property. I mean, I just think there's more important things to worry about than that. Our
economy is in one of the most awful shapes, and a big result of that is because of our immigration problems.
Not really. How's that problem?
Because we're paying. You have such as the agriculture industry, which right now is taking a huge hit because for many, many years, they've been hiring illegal workers. So this way they can pay them lower wages. Mm-hmm. Okay. This is taking jobs away from the American people. There's so many American people here who have no jobs, who can't get jobs.
If you could tell me one person who would want that job.
It doesn't matter. I would want that job. I will go out and I'll pick corn. I'll do whatever it takes to feed my family.
10 cents an hour?
No, that's the thing though. They won't be paying 10 cents an hour because they'll be paying what the law requires them to pay. That's the thing is these farmers have been breaking laws, taking money away. They're not paying taxes. They're not paying people regular wages. And now they're crying that, they're not going to be able to pay illegal workers lower money than going with the system and hiring Americans and paying them at least minimum wage.
Okay, well then that means they'll have to give up some more money, right?
But you know what? They've saved a lot of money doing it illegally over the past how many decades? Okay. That's their fault. Follow the law.
The Flint water crisis is a Flint, Michigan problem, not a federal government problem. So getting back to the immigration thing, you started with the fence and everything. Like it's not just illegal immigration; it's people coming here illegally.
Well, that's different.
Not just there are some that are coming to become citizens, and then there's the bad people that are coming in to cause us harm. They don't care about their immigration status. They just care about how many people they can destroy, or how many lives they can destroy.
That's just
you know what I mean?
But I love how Drew said that. And sorry to cut you off though, because these are a lot of the comments that I was reading today, such as the agriculture, because the Associated Press did put out a big article this morning as well, because you do have these farmers who are here illegally that are now worried about being deported, not having jobs. Again, but in the end result is to actually get everybody correct. And there were people making comments on Facebook. Okay, well, Trump wanted to create jobs, so Americans, here's your jobs. Who wants to clean houses and do farms? You know what? I think then if people are sticking up for, I don't want to say like that group, okay, for illegal workers, and even like I said, you know what? I think that's pretty demeaning to sit there. Here, Americans, here's your jobs, because who wants to clean houses and pick farms? You know what? I think that's racist. In a way, you're saying, okay, so what? Only the illegal workers want to come over here and do that?
No,
like I said, I'll go over there. I'll clean houses. I'll go work on farms.
Have done it.
You know what? Are Americans too good to do that type of work?
You know what? These are jobs that don't require higher education to fill.
Right.
So anybody can fill these jobs. Now, people that have gone to school and have graduated college and universities would not want to do those jobs because they've worked to get better jobs.
Absolutely. But
You know
if
what I
they're
mean?
on their last leg and they can't find a job, our economy is struggling right now. We all know the job struggle right now.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Go ahead, Drew.
But nobody wants to do these jobs. That's it.
But
Yeah.
they would, though. But maybe if they were open and available and people need them.
Well, honey, they're always open.
I mean,
They're always
it's
open.
just like, you know what? That's the American way. You know
But
what?
they're
It's like,
always
I'd rather
open.
make nothing than go work on a farm or clean houses.
But now if you go do those jobs, can you afford insurance? Because now you got to worry about insurance.
No, because then they'll end up, they bypass the law by saying, okay, you can only work 30 hours a week.
Yeah.
Mm.
I worked for a supermarket back home and we were union and I was given 39 and a half hours a week. I said, you can't give me another half an hour.
No, but that's
so
what
I can
most
get
companies
benefits.
yeah.
No, we can't do that. But I got to buy into your union dues, BS and all that.
Mhm.
And I can't get benefits, but I got to pay for this. I get representation, but no coverage. What's the deal?
Right.
I
No,
mean,
I
it's
agree.
stupid.
And
It really
you know,
was.
it's not like I said, like I'm against immigrants. I just think that it needs to be done the right way. If you're going to come over to this country, that's like if I go over to another country and I plan on residing there, I'm going to have to do it the legal way. I'm already going to go over there with the plan that,
Okay.
you know, that I'm going to become a resident. I'm going to become a citizen and take part in that community because that's where I plan to reside the rest of my life. It all affects our country.
It's all relative.
Sure. I'm not. Okay.
But
let me
it's a
make
huge,
myself-
if we're talking
make
about
myself
spending money on a wall,
clear.
we need to also talk about other issues that are actually draining our economy, that are very badly draining our economy. So these issues at the end of time, you know what? At some point, these issues are going to have to be fixed. Again, whether Trump does it or the next president, again, do we just let the wall rot?
I don't think the wall's going to solve anything.
I have a solution for the wall.
Not when you've got, you know, you have tunnels dug under the ground from San Diego to
True,
Ensenada.
but you know what though,
So
you do.
the
Here's the
wall
thing
is not the wall is metaphor. It doesn't. It's not a physical
But
wall. You don't need a physical wall
Look at where you live in your home. You have walls and you have doors with locks on them.
to keep my
If you
stuff
don't want
inside.
the wall, then unlock your door and let all these illegals come and hang out at your house because it's the same thing. It's not a border to secure our country. It's a border to keep our home safe. Home is short for homeland. We're keeping our homeland safe from bad people. There's good people that want to
Okay.
come in, and it's cool if they come in. It's great. Follow the process, get signed up, established, and everything. You come in here illegally, that's where the problem is. So the wall is simple. Just put an electric charge into the wall.
But there's people that are already here that are not nice people. So you're damned if
Right.
you're doing
So
it. damned if you
instead
don't.
of letting more of them in, we have to secure the border, and it's every
We
border,
need
not
to get
just
this
the one in
economy
Mexico.
going, right? We need to get this economy back up and going. Somebody's got to do it. Now, back to the interview, as Trump was saying, and this is why I think a lot of people don't agree with him. As he said, this is like running a business, and in business, you can't have a heart. I'm sorry to say it that way.
Right.
I'm very business minded, and this is the type of president that we have in
Okay.
office now. And that, you know what? I think that's where a lot of people, their misconception or their dislike for him comes into place, is because he has this business attitude. I understand where the attitude comes from. I think that's why I'm
the
starting
business-
to
the business
understand
side-
him more.
But remember, everyone in business that makes that much money as he supposedly has finds ways around the steps to do it. Do you know what I'm saying? Every one of his businesses is not legit.
Mhm.
That's basically what I'm saying. Somewhere along the lines, he's found a loophole to save him money.
Is there anything that you agree with, though, that he's doing right now? Or anything that he stands for that plans to take on in the future?
Enter the cricket noise here.
I am just like, I just
Give me
can't
a second,
believe
give me a
it.
second. You know,
2 hour
thinking,
show,
I'm
Drew.
thinking. I know, right? Hour 45. I'm going to just say at this point, I don't think he's okay. For example, this.
Are you scared? Do you have
Am I
like a
scared?
scared? No, do you have a scared to like of this person running our country? Are you scared or intimidated by the type of person that he is?
No, I'm just a little frustrated because I hear what he says on one side,
Mhm.
then he does something different on the other side, and
You
that's
say that about all
that's what-
presidents.
They all do
True,
that.
but he's specifically it's blatant. It's
Mhm.
blatant is what I'm saying. It's not even around the corner. He says we care
Right.
about the environment, yet he signs a paperwork to let him dump residue into the streams and rivers. So how can you say you care about the environment on one hand, yet sign paperwork to kill stuff on the other hand? So to me, it's a little hypocritical.
Politicians play both sides from the middle.
They have to.
We
They got to
know
give
that.
the people what they want.
Right,
They have to
but
make
Because you're
the
not
people
going
what
to
they
get
want.
100% on your
No,
side.
you're totally right, but you still can't say that and still do something else. That's really eggs over easy.
He's saying things that he wants to do, and then he's getting like stopped by, be it Congress or be it whoever's shooting down anything that he's trying to put into law.
Well, he did it. He did his
He's
little
not
executive
using it
order.
as
I just believe,
done.
like, before we move on to the next subject, I just think that a lot of people's dislikes for him are just because he's the type of guy that's going to go in. He's got a set. And I think he's just rattling things up. People, we live in such a laid back society. People fear their own shadow. And I think they're just scared because he's the type of person who's going to go out there and he's going to grab the bull by their horns. And nobody's ready for that. Nobody's ready. But you know what? Here's the thing is it has to happen at some point. Again, whether it be his presidency or the next person's, a lot of these issues, at some point in time, something's going to have to be done. And he's the man who's going to do it, and he doesn't care what people think. He doesn't have the heart, and he's getting down to the meat and potatoes of it.
Yeah.
I truly believe that.
Can you believe I'm sitting here talking like this about him?
I don't think he.
Well, he's your president.
Yeah, right.
He's our president.
I don't think he truly. Unfortunately, this is what you're right. This is where we led up to, and this is probably why he's elected, because people want that attitude.
Mm-hmm.
However, you have to understand, in this little planet, we're not the only one on this planet,
Right?
And you need.
But we need
work.
to protect our little sector, and we need to stop worrying about everybody else. I think that's the
But you
problem with
can't.
our last president.
But that's the problem. But
Everybody
you
had a
can't.
heart, and we care for
But you
everybody. At this
can't,
point, now
because-
we've
But
put
you
ourselves
can't,
in a
because
hole.
we're all in this together. Even the part
We
over there.
are all in it together.
But
So at
you
what point
can't-
don't we realize that, and we all work together to try to make this work? A lot of
But
people.
we're trying to. But when you come out and say this plan is stupid, that leader is dumb, and those things, you can't say those things.
He just did. He said them because
He did
nobody
it
else.
And then he
nobody
goes-
else would everybody.
Wait,
Nobody else has the.
But then he goes back
the
behind
courage
that
to
and
say
goes,
it.
okay, it was not that bad. Okay, this is not that dumb. So what is that?
I agree. Okay, we're moving on. We're getting off of Trump because I can go
Please,
on.
'cause I wanna
There's
Yeah,
100
too.
days as
But
president.
we're
There's a
not
lot to
just
cover.
doing it. I agree. There's
You
still
know?
there's still more, but we still have next week. So now we have week after we
If
got the
we're
next
here.
4 years, sweetie.
We're still here.
Hey, you better be here. Okay, so New Orleans takes down white supremacist monument.
No,
Orleans.
Confederate
New Orleans.
monuments.
New Orleans.
Confederate monuments, not white supremacist monuments.
Okay, you're right,
Because
Confederate.
that flag has been put through so much scrutiny since the Civil War, and now a bunch of people have turned it into a hate flag. And as we said on the show before, hate does not
Well,
need.
we're not talking about the flags
hate
here. We're
doesn't
talking
need a
about
flag.
statues. We're talking
These
about
are not white
what is it,
supremacist
like General
monuments.
Lee?
These are historical monuments.
I agree, but
Whether
can I
you
finish
like
the
the history
story?
or
Right,
not.
I understand that, but can I get to the story?
Hate
And then we'll
leads to the dark
discuss
side
it?
of the force.
I agree. So New Orleans, a monument to a deadly white supremacist uprising in 1874, was removed under cover of darkness by workers in masks and bulletproof vests on Monday as New Orleans joined the movement to take down symbols of the Confederacy and the Jim Crow South. The Liberty Place Monument, a 35-foot granite statue that pays tribute to whites who tried to topple a biracial Reconstruction government installed in New Orleans after the Civil War, was taken away on a truck in pieces before daybreak after a few hours of work. So again, there's going to be more statues that will be coming down over the next couple of weeks. Now, the state of New Orleans will not release when these removals will be happening due to the fact of the safety of these people removing these articles. So again, Chris, now's your time to go. Just like you said, some people see a white supremacist, but they are Confederate monuments, which they are removing. Again, it's removing history.
Okay, the people who hate these flags and these things should check the history books before they start hating on things, because half of the people hate it. The other half don't know what they're hating. They're just following what everyone else is doing. You have to read the history books about our country and about the Civil War and why the Civil War took place, because Lincoln wanted to end slavery in the South. All right, so there was this huge.
Well, that wasn't the primary reason.
That was one of them.
That was the reason he used later on to force one.
Okay, and you against that?
Against slavery? Yeah, kind of.
Of course. So am I.
No, but I'm saying that the whole thing of the Civil War was primarily the South wanted to control what they wanted, and North wanted to control the Union, and there you are.
But should these statues be removed?
If the statues are put up and celebrate something bad, yes,
Celebrating it. They're not celebrating it, Drew.
That's what you put up statues for, to celebrate. You don't put them up just to shade the sun.
It's to remind people of the history of that area and what happened.
Okay, but
something years
that
ago.
specific statue was something bad.
Okay, so the flag.
Well, they're taking away a few. They're taking away a
taking
few.
down
So this
flags
one
in
was the
South
Liberty Place
Carolina that
monument.
hangs over
But we're talking about the
State
flag.
House.
We're talking about the statue.
We're talking about the statue. We're talking about the statue. We're not talking about the flag. That's what I
Okay.
was saying even
But
before. We're not
things are
talking about the
coming down.
Confederate
Things are
flag.
coming down all
We're
over
talking
the
about
South.
Confederate statues. So now it's gone to New Orleans. Now, at one point, the area where the statues were was a predominantly African-American area. However, when Hurricane Katrina came through, the population changed in that area. So that's why, some are confused about them coming down. People agree with it. There's lots of people who don't agree with it. Online, Facebook viewers, Periscope viewers. The statue, and who said that? That's over on Periscope? Yeah, I know it's harder. If you can't read the screen name, that's okay. We have anything on Facebook Live? Do these statues need to stay? Again, these are just Confederate statues. So again, it's a split 50-50. There's lots of people who believe that, the history did take place, just like we're putting up a Jose Fernandez statue. Right, Chris? to celebrate,
what did he do besides
to remember
crash a
the
boat?
life. To remember the life of someone.
He crashed his boat.
But again,
Let's memorialize the boat. Let's put the statue on the jetty.
But no,
let's put the statue on the jetty that he crashed into.
Idea.
Like Little Mermaid.
And I hate to say it because I was a huge fan of him before he crashed the boat. Okay. It is what it is. He did nothing for baseball. He wasn't around long enough. He's got no rings. The Marlins didn't go to the playoffs. He's got incredible numbers for the cup of coffee that he stayed for.
I agree.
So put the monument on the jetty. Give everybody a
So at
reminder.
some point-
Don't do a line of blow before you take the boat out at midnight.
We have a viewer. What'd they say, Annalise?
Design guy said just like we don't erase slavery from history, we don't take down statues.
Right. Absolutely. But it happened. Here, you know what I think? Here's the issue to a lot of people that it did.
But
it happened. We can't erase it.
That wasn't good stuff. That was really bad things. And
it's history, Drew. You can't.
Yeah,
change
you
it.
leave it in the book, but don't throw it in people's faces every time.
Okay,
been
how
there
about
forever.
this? Let's talk about. Okay,
That doesn't make it right.
Okay, but let's change this then.
Makes it wrong to put
Okay,
it
but
down.
listen here. Okay,
No, stick it in the book.
it's just like now down in Miami Beach. Down in Miami Beach, we have a huge Holocaust memorial.
Oh, let's not be reminded about that, right? Oh, you're gonna piss off a bunch of German people.
No.
Come on. Where do you draw the line?
That's what I'm saying. Now, I just want to, again, that was a very disturbing, like how you're saying, like these Confederate statues. It's very disturbing because it was a disturbing point in time. But then have you seen?
Not all statues. Not all statues.
But listen, but have you ever been down to the Holocaust Memorial down in Miami Beach?
No. But
There's statues of like dead souls coming all out of the walls everywhere.
Wait a minute, I think I have seen it. Hang on, let me see.
But again, it was a very tragic time. So again, there's a reason, there's a tribute for it, even though it was such a tragic time. It's history. We can't remove it. I'm sure there's lots of people who would like to remove the Holocaust and the whole situation. You've even got some people saying it didn't happen. Not us. We didn't say that. But I'm just saying there's people out there that say, it didn't happen. But again, these are just items. Did I say that again?
That if we erase it, we're doomed to repeat.
That is a great point.
Perfect. That's the
You know
best
what?
point
That's
I've heard
a
all
great
day.
point. If we erase it, we're doomed to repeat it. Would you agree to that?
Sure. I'm not saying blow it up and put it in the bottom of the rail.
No, but that's exactly what you want to see.
You could take it off of that and put it in a museum somewhere. There's nothing wrong with that.
No, because then people are going to want to shut the museums down.
Do we have
It's
a
never
KKK
gonna
museum?
stop, Drew, because you can't pick and choose the parts of history that may like be you can't.
I'm not saying pick and choose
parts of history
that
you don't agree with.
No, I'm not.
Like.
I'm not saying that. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that in this area, some people found this offensive, and that's not okay to have that if people are offensive about it. And if they want to remove it, and they all, as a majority, agree to remove it, what's wrong with that?
Chris Metal, go ahead.
You can't.
We have to remember the ugly parts too.
Sure, but doesn't mean you need to have a statue.
And that's from one of our viewers. Again, do you know if viewer that is that's on Periscope, Facebook too? Facebook. If you guys hear us, please join in the conversation. Should these historic statues, be put up and for us to remember it, and to have to be reminded again, even if these were tragic. However, for some people it was tragic. For some people it was actually a certain victory.
And for the rest of us, it is history that we cannot change. And none of us were there when it happened.
True. But I think that's a great point that one of our Periscope viewers said, you know what, if we do remove it, it does pose a risk for it happening because we didn't learn from the past. We didn't, these things we should be learning from. Drew?
These are things that we're learning in school for those of us who don't drop out of school at the age of 16.
I think this is the first time we've ever actually touched Drew's emotions, like his real true feelings.
No, he hates Trump too. We already went over that.
No, I understand why some people, as a majority in the area, decide that they want to remove that. I'm not saying to forget it. No, obviously not, because if you don't if you don't learn from it, you're doomed to repeat it. But you can take that statue and put it in a museum somewhere if you want to.
Actually, but maybe we can't because it's such a sticky situation that nobody knows the dates, the times. They're taking these monuments down in the middle of the night
because they're afraid. They're afraid of people.
Bulletproof vests with full coverings to remove it.
Because they're
you know what I mean? Because
that
there are people who are passionate, about those monuments.
But what does that tell you?
What? Just the same reason. It's the same passion for the people who want to take them down.
And who won?
That's who
won it.
We're gonna go to break. Look, and that was here. You had to end it with that. We're gonna go ahead and take a break. Make sure you stay tuned. Stay here with us on Facebook Live. Stay with us on Periscope. Join in the conversations. We're here on Now Trending on 24/7 Miami.tv. You doing a favor?
Every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. live on 247miami.tv. We talk about sports and other things. Like what? They'll be eating chips. I can't put these chips down.
247miami.tv.
The couch.
Hello, everyone. This is Drew from Now Trending. And usually I'm driving the bus in the show, keeping it from riding off on the rails. Every Monday from
4 to 6
on 247miami.tv.
Hello, boys! I'm back!
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Roy from The Roy O Show. Just letting you know, guess what? The Roy O Show, it's back, baby. Every Wednesday from 7 to 9 p.m. It's going to be Prosper, O, and yours truly covering everything. Sports, TV, entertainment, comics, Walking Dead, you name it, we're talking about it. Join us this Wednesday from 7 to 9 p.m. only on 247miami.tv.
Hey, this is Joy.
Siobhan.
Mike.
And this is Drew.
What's the show called again? What's cooking?
Are you kidding me? Always something with
The
you.
first 12 times?
Sorry.
It's Now Trending. Make sure you catch a new episode every Monday from 4 to 6 on 247miami.tv.
Hey, it's Mike from Now Trending. Listen to Why I Hate the World and all that's in it. Oh yeah, and I also do sports, and I have an Ask Mike segment every Monday from
4 to 6
on 247miami.tv.
Oh, what a day! What a lovely day!
Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, Saturday.
Join me, Siobhan, every Sunday for the latest episode of Day by Day. From Alzheimer's Awareness Month to International Bacon Day, find out what's happening this week and how these observances got started.
Each day.
Because each day counts.
Day by day by day.
You're listening to 24/7 Miami Radio.
Hey, it's the guys from the couch, and we're coming to you now live on Tuesday nights at 7 o'clock with your favorite segments like
Simple Jack
and W. Dubai Knows It All. Catch us every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. live on 247miami.tv.
We talk about sports
and other things.
Like what? They'll be eating chips.
I can't put these chips down.
247miami.tv.
The couch.
Hello, everyone. This is Drew from Now Trending. And usually I'm driving the bus in the show, keeping it from riding off on the rails. Every Monday from
4 to 6
on 247miami.tv.
Hello, boys! I'm back!
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Roy from The Roy O Show. Just letting you know, guess what? The Roy O Show, it's back, baby. Every Wednesday from 7 to 9 p.m. It's going to be Prosper, O, and yours truly covering everything. Sports, TV, entertainment, comics, Walking Dead, you name it, we're talking about it. Join us this Wednesday from 7 to 9 p.m. only on 247miami.tv.
Hey, this is Joy.
Siobhan.
Mike.
And this is Drew.
What's the show called again? What's cooking?
Are you kidding me? Always something with
The
you.
first 12 times?
Sorry.
It's Now Trending. Make sure you catch a new episode every Monday from 4 to 6 on 247miami.tv.
Hey, it's Mike from Now Trending. Listen to why I hate the world and all that's in it. Oh yeah, and I also do sports, and I have an Ask Mike segment every Monday from
4 to 6
on 247miami.tv.
Oh, what a day! What a lovely day!
Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, Saturday.
Join me, Siobhan, every Sunday for the latest episode of Day by Day. From Alzheimer's Awareness Month to International Bacon Day, find out what's happening this week and how these observances got started.
Each day.
Because each day counts.
Day by day. By day.
Hiya, this is Harley Quinn, and you're on 24/7 Miami. Wee! Wahoo! Whoopee! Yay! Yay! Yay!
There go your cutie. There you are from me. It's like the more money we come across, the more problems we see. I don't know what there you are from me. It's like the more money we come across, the more problems we see.
Yes!
Yeah!
Yes! And we're back here at Now Trending on 24/7 Miami Radio. You know, I thought that was me screaming. That sounded like my yes, and I'm like, where did you get that clip from?
I can't tell you those questions. Can't answer those questions.
Thanks a lot. Well, you should see. I'm going to show you guys later. Oh, we got to show everybody the picture that I found of Chris Meadow online. I'm going through photos last night, and I found this awesome pic of Chris Meadow. But once I find it, we're going to have to show the viewers that picture.
Why are you putting them out there like that?
Was it not a
Why
picture
not?
of you? Was it not a picture of you?
Yeah, if I was an animated character, it would
It
definitely
totally
be me.
was. It totally
It doesn't
was.
matter. There's pictures of me. I went out there.
Huh?
You'll see it.
Inmates. They're going to be put to
Yeah,
death.
I'm one of the
Hang
inmates
on, my
now.
phone, man. Yeah. No, we're going to get into that just a second with Arkansas and their executions. Is anybody been following the executions of Arkansas?
Yes.
Yeah,
It's the American way.
It's on my DVD.
You should
on my
be.
my TiVo.
I've been following it closely for the past few weeks because there's lots of scrutiny going on. We're going to get to that in just a second because we went a little bit over on our last break. So we had news last week of Aaron Hernandez supposedly hanging himself in his
Supposedly?
cell.
Oh,
None of us were there.
We still don't have
the coroner has ruled it as a suicide. That means
And his
he did it.
attorneys
As long
are
as-
saying it was murder, not suicide.
Well, because you know
until
why?
the coroner changes it?
Jose Baez will try to line his pockets no matter his clients are dead or alive. That's what Jose
He
Baez
should
is
be
doing right now.
focusing on suing the Patriots back and getting the money back.
Yeah, well, that's it. I mean, there's lots of speculation. So, how did you guys feel? I mean, I wake up on all my little alerts are going off. Aaron Hernandez is found hanging in his cell. He's dead.
Blah, blah, blah.
Me, no big deal. I go online. I think this is what drives my emotions more. That day I just had to get off the internet for a long while because people were just, oh, I feel so bad. I'm so sad. Aaron Hernandez. And I was just like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Okay, am I ready now?
Go for it. Did you have some rest in peace ceremony at your house for Aaron Hernandez, Drew? Please, thank you. Thank you.
First of all,
The one time you don't let me down.
first of all, he's a New England Patriot.
No, he wasn't. He was cut from the Patriots.
Oh, he was cut. That's it.
So he played for them for a short time, but then they cut him. He didn't go in jail as a member of the New England Patriots. He was cut when he was arrested.
So but they released him because
of all the allegations and all the things that were going on.
Okay, here's why I asked that question. My understanding is that because he died while his appeal was pending, that his verdict can be thrown out.
The double murder thing that he was found not guilty of.
Not that. The other
he was
one.
guilty of. He was found guilty of the murder of Odin Lloyd.
Right, but that's
why
appeal.
he had a life sentence.
That one he
for
couldn't. Yeah, that one he couldn't. It was too late to do anything.
He can still appeal that. I mean,
But-
that's still under appeal.
Mhm.
The thing though is my understanding, and if I'm wrong, somebody please point it out. Because he died with that appeal pending, that it could throw out that verdict.
To throw it out, right.
Right, and in doing so, he would be entitled to the pay,
Right.
pay that New England owes him.
Right, which
Which
would go
is-
to his daughter.
Right.
So supposedly this was his reason. One of the reasons. This is one of, as far as
Take care of his
speculation,
family, right.
but as far as when lots of people try to put the pieces together, you know, it was better off him killing himself. So this way he would more than likely not be convicted.
Right.
Because they throw it out, whatever their legalities are, and
In
then he would be
Massachusetts,
entitled to that, or his daughter would be entitled to that money.
Yeah, the family's not getting any of that money.
No, they're not, because Odin Lloyd's family's gonna they have every right to sue
But-
if money comes
But
out
they
there.
can if the verdict's thrown out.
Well, at some point. Well, no, because
separate.
no,
No.
because Nicole Nicole Brown's family
That was civil.
still went
That's
for,
right.
right. That's what I'm saying. They can still go for a civil suit. They don't.
they
that's
can.
what they want to do and take that money.
Yeah, the civil, you don't have to prove anything. That's true.
But anyhow, did you have any hard feelings? Like I said, it was
Not
no
really.
big deal. I don't
Not
care
really.
if it was murder, if it was
Nah.
suicide.
Because-
I mean, again, this morning you posted some rumors that you heard online that he was trying to cover up some homosexual type activity. Didn't someone post that?
That's what I heard.
Yeah, let's spread that. I'd spread that.
Let's spread that.
Well, there's really,
I'm all for real news, but in this case,
there's really no way to confirm that now.
No, yeah, those guys are dead.
Deceased.
Yeah, they're all
say it
dead,
again,
yeah.
Lou.
Well, so this is Lewis from 24/7 Miami.
Hey, Lou.
Hi.
Hey, Lou, thanks for joining us today.
Just to give everybody inside what we do on our show here on our internal chat, I had mentioned that I had heard over the news that he had left 3 suicide notes for his daughter, for his fiance,
Right.
and for his
Lover.
So that's why, and that.
Where'd you read this? The National
reason-
Enquirer. They're a legit source. They've been around a while.
The local Enquirer. It's even less than the National.
Today's Weekly People's Weekly.
And that's the reason why he had done all this, because they were going to expose that he was bisexual.
Oh, I agree. Damn, we didn't get to that sooner. We didn't break a story like that. Anybody on Periscope? Anyone on Facebook? If they had, I want to know if anyone has feelings or sorry that he did pass away. I just want to understand why. I just don't know why. Like I said, I've seen lots of people heartbroken with the outcome of the situation.
News? Is this like breaking news?
No, it's gone. We just
Is that breaking news?
let's put the nail in it. Let's put the nail in the coffin on this one. Pun intended. Arkansas executions. Let's move on over to Arkansas executions. Over the past month, Arkansas has been under the spotlight throughout the country due to they were going to execute 8 men within 11 days. So that's the largest amount of
guys, walk over here.
executions
Guys, come over here.
to be performed.
Have a seat, please. Have a seat. Thank you for coming.
At one time. Now, and this was due to, the reason that it was due to is because their lethal injection drug was expiring at the end of the month.
Oh my gosh.
It might save a lot of money for the next fiscal year budget
Hey,
by getting them done.
first of
April.
all, how much do these drugs cost?
Well, if they're like any drugs that,
it's a lot.
they're
It's a lot.
much more than the drugs that normal people pay for,
it's
I'm
a
sure.
lot.
But I mean, really, how much is the budget? I mean, for how many people do we have on death row?
We're never going to find that out.
You know what I
They're
mean?
never going to tell us. So
Now here's another thing that also stopped right now. Okay, one person has been finally executed. This was as of last Thursday. So far they were issued 4 stays of execution. One person was executed, and he was still waiting on a stay. He could have had. You had.
Oh, no,
groups,
they said no. That's why
yeah, they did say no. However, you know what? These cases are so old. The reason why that these cases can be brought back to life at this point, because there was no DNA type testing back at that time, to where now we do have all this type of DNA testing. So they are allowed to go to court and try to appeal and get a stay of execution. Now, since it technically is new evidence. So again, now another reason why there were stay of executions and also these executions were put on hold was because McKeeson, one of the drug makers, is saying that the state of Arkansas Corrections Department kind of misled them when purchasing the drug. And first of all, it wasn't even purchased on record. They actually had, I mean, it was just.
They went to the bar and picked it up.
It was actually something like that. No, it was all done over text message.
most people get their drugs from the bar outside, just outside the bar around the corner. You know what I mean?
No,
Why would these guys be any
they
different?
were obtained. They did have, they did have an official. From,
Hey, Jim, can you send me a couple of killer?
Dude,
Right.
I need 2. Can you hook me up?
No, absolutely. So, at this point now, McKeeson finds out, okay, this is their drug that the state of Arkansas wants to use for these
You
executions.
make a drug that kills people.
Well, actually, no, it's actually used for something else. It's a combination of 3 drugs that actually makes it become lethal.
Okay.
So each drug by itself, typically, they're 4 different things.
Okay, so I have a question.
Go ahead.
So when the guy from the prison ward calls you and says, "Give me some of these drugs," you don't think maybe he's going to mix them with some other stuff?
Right. But anyhow, but McKeeson is saying, they were misled as far as they weren't told that this medicine was going to be used as part of the execution. So they didn't want it used because they don't want their name out there. Like this is an
They cashed
execution
a check,
drug.
didn't they?
But again, the issue is, you had one judge who was adamant about getting these 8 executions done and over with, again, just because the medication's going to expire at the end of April.
Damn.
And again, you've been following it, Chris. You look like
A little bit. I have it up here on the official Now Trending computer, so I'm reading on it right now.
But okay, so let me see if I understand it right. And Chris, you help me out because you're looking through there. The holdup is that the drugs expire.
Right.
So the state wants to use them before they expire versus buying new ones when the time, and instead of following the procedure, they just want to rush them through and get it done.
Correct. Now, but now you have these prisoners that are saying like, hey, you know what I'm saying? I have more evidence. I want more of an appeal, which they have due process to actually have.
And they should follow the rules. I don't see why you can't follow the rules. You've had all this time.
A lot of them have been fighting. A lot of them have been fighting. Go ahead, Chris.
Well, this is very interesting. One of the people supposedly supposed to be put to death tonight.
Correct. We have 2 that are supposed to go down today.
Yeah, for a total of 8 within the next 11 days.
Damn.
But so far we've had 4
executions
states.
for Jack Jones and Marcel Williams supposed to be sometime tonight.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, it says lawyers for Jones say he suffers from diabetes and is on insulin, has high blood pressure, neuropathy, and had one leg amputated below the knee. He is on heavy doses of drugs they say could prevent the lethal injection drug midazolam from working and lead to a torturous death.
Yes.
That's what they're saying. So they want to like try to do something where he's not going to be tortured when he goes to death. However, he's accused of rape and murder, which are torturous.
So let me ask you this
know
question.
what I mean? Why should anybody care if they put him
That's
in
okay. Should the state of
being put to
Arkansas? I'm
death
going
for
to
a
get to your
reason.
question. It's right, and that's it though. But the thing is, we do have people who are in prison who are innocent of their crimes. Okay, so do we allow them? Do we allow these prisoners, these guys? We're talking death row. This is the final. This is the end of the end. Go ahead, Chris.
It says that the lawyer for the other one, Williams' lawyers say he weighs 400 pounds and it would be difficult to find a vein for lethal injection, so the drugs are unlikely to work as intended.
Right? Just imagine you're on the execution table, right? And here they are, and it's just not working.
They can't find a vein.
They can't find a vein. It's not working.
Have them drink it.
Then perhaps the French were right and just guillotine. I mean, you're gonna have to do it some way.
You are brutal. I was gonna say the electric chair. I wasn't going for the guillotine right away.
It's called the death penalty for a reason.
Exactly.
Crank old Sparky up.
Should we be cautious? Should we be cautious?
No, I say you run. If you run through, you're gonna have a backup plan apparently, because apparently these guys didn't. You have a backup plan. The first one goes down, then you bring in the backup and you do what you got to do. As long as the process is protected.
So you guys are all for the death penalty.
I didn't say that. I'm just saying.
I just want to know,
process is protected.
Let the punishment fit the crime. Okay, I'm not saying eye for an eye. Like you chop my arm off.
Well, that's what I want to get because a lot of people have that mentality and that attitude where it's eye for an eye. So no matter what, they don't see what's in between, and it's just like let's get this person dead, but they don't know the whole story.
If you make the penalty severe enough, then nobody will break the law. These people have broken the law.
Maybe the penalty's severe. Maybe if we enforced it a little more.
Like if you steal a pack of gum, you got to be put to death. Nobody's going to steal a pack of gum. I'm not about to walk into a store.
I was gonna say chop off your hand, not death.
Take a finger, maybe.
But if you make the penalty severe enough, nobody will break the law.
Chris, I'm not going to drink.
Chris, I mean,
nobody's gonna come into my store and steal a pack of gum if they know the law is the law.
Chris is gonna shoot you if you see
I'm
Chris
not.
working
I'm
at
gonna
a
watch
7-Eleven at a corner store. Please don't take a pack of gum. This man will shoot you on your way out the door over 25-cent big red.
That's right, everybody out there. It won't be me though. It'll be someone I hire to do it.
Illegal alien. Oh
yeah, there you go.
Well, that's another story that I'm
Great
watching on
idea.
Discovery ID. That's what got me into this whole.
That channel.
And I love that channel. But that's what got me into this whole discussion because I'm watching just different stories they have. What are you guys laughing at?
I'm saying play the cop music.
You need to play Rocky music because things about to get rocky up in here in just a second.
No, but that's a
Chris
cop
is
channel.
already on a roll today. I don't even know. I was excited to come in here and to really duke it out with Chris over the next conversation. However, Chris has been in a fighting mood all day today, and now I'm kind of scared to even just bring this story out.
Oh God, what story?
We're going to continue this from last week.
Oh,
Tad Cummings and Elizabeth Smart, the 50-year-old teacher.
Elizabeth Smith. Elizabeth Smart.
Smith, yes, Elizabeth Smith. Did I say
9
smart?
years.
And I kept
You
saying,
did.
you know
said
what it
smart.
is? You know what I do? I tell my brain not to say it, and that's when I say these things.
Oh,
That's all.
you wrote it down here on the show sheet.
I wrote it correctly.
Yeah.
You see, you know I had it correct.
I'm watching.
But here's the thing: is I say don't say smart, and
You said smart.
You just have to read what's there.
Yeah. How about that?
I don't like reading.
Yeah. Read
Okay.
from the window.
So
I don't want to read.
as of last week, the 50-year-old teacher and 15-year-old child who was kidnapped by her 50-year-old teacher, were found. They were found in the woods or off remote location up in northern. Yeah, get the bell ready. Do we got a referee present?
Let's get it on. Let's get it
They
on.
were found off the grid up in Northern California. They first went to a nudist colony up in the mountains where these people live off the grid, and you have to perform. You have to do your work in order to stay there. Okay, so they were there for a little over a week. Now, mind you, these people have no internet. They don't have phones. They don't have television. When you say off the grid, I mean you should see. They don't even have clothing. Thank you. So this is where they ended up because hey, this camp is available if anybody's interested. It's called Black Bear.
Let's do the show from there.
I'm talking everyone's eye to eye.
It's called Black Bear.
So how are you doing, sir?
No, and they're looking. Okay, listen. And they're looking for more community members. They'll give you a place to live.
White crown.
And no, they're looking for magicians. They're looking for
Ew.
gays, lesbians.
I don't want to know where you got that cane.
Magicians at a nudist colony.
They do.
There's unlimited jokes on that.
No, but they are. So, but they were saying after their interview about everything that happened, they said, they are welcoming new residents. But what they do is, they test you out for 2 weeks. And if you're not doing your share, they kick you out of the community. And that's what ended up happening. Because as was reported by the owners of Black Bear, that all they wanted to do, they stayed up down in their room, basically just sleeping and doing inappropriate things. Now it's a house where lots of people live in. So it's not like you have your own separate bedroom. So they ended up getting thrown out of that community because they weren't doing their part. And they were going under the alias. He's saying that was his 24-year-old wife and that he was 40 years old. They had lost their home in a fire in Colorado and lost everything, all their belongings. So that's what led them to there. They were kicked out of that community to where the person who actually referred them to that community took them in. He's got cabins. Did you guys see the cabin they were found in?
Oh, we saw it from a view.
Horrible.
Right. Well, there was a whole little inside of this little crap pit cabin. There was KY jelly found, toilet paper, not much. So come on, man.
Oh my God.
We're back at this again, Chris. Okay.
Dear Penthouse Forum.
It's not. You're
It
talking
started off
about
as a
a
quiet
15.
day.
Yeah, but we're talking about. Let's go back again to a vulnerable 15-year-old child who this man did take advantage of. If you read the history of the reports, the actual police reports, I'm not just going by National Enquirer News, Chris.
No, I know that.
But I did go through the actual police reports of when everything started, especially at the school. This teacher was telling these kids that he worked for the FBI. He was in there grooming. He was in there to groom and had these notions. He had contact with Elizabeth as far as how we said. Now, this is where we left off last week. Now, his whole reason is that, she's in this bad situation at home. He tried to play it off as a fatherly figure. She was going to church with him and his wife, and his wife was thinking that something inappropriate was happening. They finally caught something at the school. Another student walked in on him and the child kissing. At that point, they weren't to have contact with each other. Then from there, that's when she was dropped off at Shoney's, and they took off. They were gone for a month. He also took his prescription. Before he left, he got his prescription for Cialis refilled as well, which Cialis is also known for impotence.
And erectile dysfunction. That's
EE.
Okay, so
I won't say what that means.
Just a moment.
Death penalty. Going back to the death penalty.
Oh, thank goodness.
Because Chris, how do you feel this week? I mean, how last week we kind of
brushed the topic.
We didn't have all the facts last week. We have them now.
It's just very disturbing.
I told
to me.
everybody that she's alive and she's in no danger whatsoever.
But she
because we were talking about the Cleveland murderer who posted something on Facebook Live. We were talking that the matter of importance is finding that guy before finding this teacher, because they're still going to find the teacher and the student, but the student is not in any danger. There is no way she's in danger, and she wasn't.
I understand what he's saying.
But she is she's there. She's already brainwashed. She thinks it's okay to sit there and have intercourse with this 50-year-old man. She's a child.
He doesn't have a gun to her head threatening to
he
kill
had
her.
two guns. He had two
He
guns.
didn't have one of them pointed at her head.
How do we know that?
She's alive, right? She's alive, right?
She is alive, but at that time, for 1 month in captivity with this man.
Hardly captivity.
I'm eating my
She wasn't living a normal life.
Her home life might have been that where she wanted to get away from it. We don't know that.
So this was a better situation?
Yeah,
Was this okay? He
I
could
can't say if it was a better situation because I wasn't in either places. I wasn't in either place.
But you're just humble though with it that like I mean it's okay with as what happened.
No, because I think it was the very next morning or that night, last Monday, that they were found. It was early the next day because we had just finished the show.
She's been gone for a month.
I know we had just finished the show and then we heard about it.
It was like Thursday. It was like Thursday that they were found. What type of punishment should this guy get?
He gets it's a federal crime. He's transferring across state lines.
And she's a child. You have a daughter. If somebody took my 15-year-old daughter on something like this, maybe that's why I'm so passionate about it. And maybe that's why there's just a lack of understanding because it was a dangerous situation. And it wasn't something for us to turn our backs on.
It's a dangerous situation mentally. But what Chris is saying is that he wasn't going to harm her physically.
Do you know what's good? Do you know
Aside
the
from
type?
the KY jelly,
do you know the type of therapy and counseling that this girl is going to require moving forward for the rest of her life? This is something that was traumatic and damaged her. It's going to be a piece that damaged her forever. Forever, she will carry this.
But is that okay? But she wasn't forced. That's what I'm saying.
But she was, yes, at a point she was. You're talking about a 15-year-old vulnerable child that doesn't know right from wrong in this situation.
I'm not saying
he was the adult here. How about this? Okay.
Okay, how do I end up on the end of this conversation?
No, because you're coming forward with it. Now,
no, but wait.
Why couldn't he do this? How about this? Okay.
go.
No, because I just want to see it. This could have been handled a different way. Because again, he's saying that his pretensions were to be this fatherly figure because she's growing up in this abusive home. Okay. So as her teacher, why don't you call CPS? Why don't you and your wife take her into your home as a daughter? Why do you run off with her to go have sex and go start a new life with her?
Because he couldn't do it at his house.
His wife wouldn't let him.
Well, that's it. He was married. The whole thing is inappropriate. It shouldn't be taken lightly. There was something wrong here.
I'm not taking it lightly.
Taking it lightly. It's just
I'm just trying to tell you that at no time was she in danger of death.
Anything could happen. She wasn't. How do you
Anything
know?
could have happened, but it didn't. She's alive. She'll get through her therapy and all those sessions and stuff. She's gonna be fine. Trust me.
I can't. You know what? Like seriously, I can't believe you just said that.
What? She's
gonna be fine.
She's gonna be fine.
Well,
she's alive.
You never know. You never know how it takes. So
it's not.
This is such a traumatic, huge experience. Like
she may not need therapy. I don't know. Or that much therapy. I don't know. I don't know.
Can I go home? Can I
don't
go
know.
home?
Yeah, go ahead. Let's kill the show early.
Yeah.
Go ahead, John. X. No show today.
Because that's the problem. And you know what? That's why we have now these teenage sex trafficking going on. There's no respect. No. Because it's a lack of respect. Like people like this don't think that this is a dangerous situation.
You're twisting.
I'm not twisting two different stories, but she was in danger. He took her. He trafficked her from one state to another. God knows how.
Trafficking is different. Trafficking is something different. He didn't force her.
Go ahead, talk to me.
Take her. My T Sports from Periscope says that she was in danger because she shouldn't be in that situation. In the first place.
It's not. Thank you. It's not a normal situation for anybody. Okay, let's just turn the table. What if someone did that? It could happen. What if it happened to your daughter?
That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying.
I'm just asking.
What I'm saying is simply
I'm not trying to combine the stories, but the thing is that I'm saying it's taken lightly to where a grown man can just openly have sex with a 15-year-old. Like it's okay. It's not.
No one is saying that. No one is saying that.
Okay, but it's a dangerous situation.
Trafficking is a lot different than what happened with this story.
Right, but he did. He took. How do we know he didn't? He could have prostituted her. He could have done. That's just me speculating.
Okay, but
there's a lot of things.
But you can't speculate on what we don't know.
Right, but I'm not crossing the stories. I just think though the way that we view teenagers, the way we view mentalities of teenagers, they're not mature enough to understand reality. They're easy to be misled, just like as this person did. Go ahead. There's someone on Periscope also who wants to say something.
My T Sports once again said that she was in danger because also she could have been like a victim of sexual trafficking. Or something.
She could have, right? And that was my point. She could have at the end been a victim of sexual trafficking. He took her from one state, went over to California. Not saying that's what he was going to do. It seemed like they had more of a relationship, but even that's wrong in itself. Where she's 15 years old, he was a married man, 50 years old, and here he is. He's Googling teenage marriage and all. It's sick, twisted, and warped, and it's just again. I guess I'm passionate because lots of people just don't. They just take it so easily.
He had no plans on killing her whatsoever, and that's what I meant by her not being in danger. Everybody
She's
out
still
there.
in danger. Maybe he didn't have plans of killing her, but you know what? She's still in danger. She shouldn't have been there in the first place.
I think you're talking mentally. He's talking physically. It's the same thing.
How about this? She is in danger. She's actually in danger. A 15-year-old man is just having sex with her. It's not right. She thinks it's right from whatever he told her. That's danger. It's danger itself. But again, go ahead, Chris. She was not in danger, right?
She wasn't in danger of being murdered or killed. This was not his intention.
Is it right for him to have sex with her?
Oh, absolutely not. It's under the law, it's illegal. Age of consent and everything. She wasn't even 16. So there was no age of consent there. It was totally against the law of what he did or what he was doing to her.
Which means she's in danger. She's a victim. She's being violated.
When people say in danger, I think when people say in danger, I'm thinking imminent death is right around the corner, looking at you in the face, just waiting. And she was never in that situation.
So if someone beats the crap out of you but doesn't kill you, you weren't in danger. I'm just saying, and you're saying that the end result has to be in death.
But you're mixing.
I'm not. No, we're taking dangerous situations.
You're giving me these what-if scenarios that never happened with this girl.
We don't know what happened. Anything could have
alive
happened.
and unharmed.
It wasn't a dangerous situation. This whole kidnapping wasn't a dangerous situation.
Why don't we wait until the story is done and out before we assume this or the other?
From day one, since he laid his lips on her until the very end, she was never in danger.
No.
Okay. I'm just going to leave that at there. Spoke for yourself. Go ahead.
Mighty Sports said like a comment to Chris. He said like, you don't know she was in danger. You know, he could have told her one thing and done another. You know.
Right. Obviously, she was in
She's
danger.
alive and unharmed.
But
she
you know
all
what,
her fingers and all her toes and everything is intact.
Well, if she
fine.
If she wasn't in danger, again, no, she's not fine, and she's going to this lifetime of what she's going to have to go through now to recover is totally messed up, and a child shouldn't have to go through that. Nobody should have to go through that.
This story is a continuation of what we were talking about last week. And last week, the question was, where should the police be focusing their attention? On the girl and the teacher or the guy in Cleveland, Ohio, who just put a murder on Facebook Live? And I said, the cops better find this guy because he's got about 11 to 12 murders under his belt. And this girl is not in any danger. She's kidnapped, yes, but she might be leaving her house because of what's going on there. We don't know.
So why not take her to safety? So why not do it the right way and take her to CPS?
She was with him. She was safe. She's one of the teachers.
So why not do it by law?
Because he was in love with her.
Mighty Sports once again said that, you know, we don't know. She could have been like in danger, but like I said, we really didn't know.
We don't know exactly. She's alive,
but I can't say that she's not in danger.
She's alive and she's in one piece.
She has a lot of help though moving forward after this. She's
absolutely. She's got everybody behind her. She's going to be fine.
You said safe is a loose term.
You are. Okay, we're going to go ahead and take this to break. I need to go to break right now. Just please stay tuned with us here on Facebook Live on 24/7 Miami Radio. You're listening to Now Trending.
Hear a knock on the door and the night begins. Cause we've done this before, so you come on in.
This is Tyler Quinn, and you're on 24/7 Miami. Wee! Wahoo! Whoopee! Yay! Yay! Yay!
You're listening to 24/7 Miami Radio.
Hey, it's the guys from the couch, and we're coming to you now live on Tuesday nights at 7 o'clock with your favorite segments like Simple Jack and W. Dubai Knows It All. Catch us every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. live on 247miami.tv. We talk about sports and other things. Like what? W eating chips. I can't put these chips down.
247miami.tv.
The couch.
Hello, everyone. This is Drew from Now Trending. And usually I'm driving the bus in the show, keeping it from riding off on the rails. Every Monday from
4 to 6
on 247miami.tv.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Roy from The Roy O Show. Just letting you know, guess what? The Roy O Show, it's back, baby. Every Wednesday from 7 to 9 p.m. It's going to be Prosper, O, and yours truly covering everything. Sports, TV, entertainment, comics, Walking Dead, you name it, we're talking about it. Join us this Wednesday from 7 to 9 p.m. only on 247miami.tv.
Hey, this is Joy.
Siobhan.
Mike.
And this is Drew.
What's the show called again? What's cooking?
Are you kidding me? Always
I was
something
paying
to
attention
do.
the first 12 times.
Sorry.
It's now trending. Make sure you catch a new episode every Monday from 4 to 6 on 247miami.tv.
Hey, it's Mike from Now Trending. Listen to why I hate the world and all that's in it. Oh yeah, and I also do sports, and I have an Ask Mike segment every Monday from
4 to 6
on 247miami.tv.
Oh, what a day! What a lovely day!
Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, Saturday.
Join me, Siobhan, every Sunday for the latest episode of Day by Day. From Alzheimer's Awareness Month to International Bacon Day, find out what's happening this week and how these observances got started.
Each day.
Because each day counts.
Day by day. By day.
You're listening to 24/7 Miami Radio.
Hey, it's the guys from the couch, and we're coming to you now live on Tuesday nights at 7 o'clock with your favorite segments like Simple Jack and W. Dubai Knows It All. Catch us every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. live on 247miami.tv. We talk about sports and other things. Like what? W eating chips. I can't put these chips down.
247miami.tv.
The couch.
Hello, everyone. This is Drew from Now Trending. And usually I'm driving the bus in the show, keeping it from riding off on the rails. Every Monday from
4 to 6
on 247miami.tv.
Oh, boys! I'm back!
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Roy from The Roy O Show. Just letting you know, guess what? The Roy O Show, it's back, baby. Every Wednesday from 7 to 9 p.m. It's going to be Prosper, O, and yours truly covering everything. Sports, TV, entertainment, comics, Walking Dead, you name it, we're talking about it. Join us this Wednesday from 7 to 9 p.m. only on 247miami.tv.
Hey, this is Joy.
Siobhan.
Mike,
And this is Drew.
what's the show called again? What's cooking?
Are you
Mike,
kidding
where
me?
have you been?
Always
Oh my
something
God.
to
Mentioned the
do.
first 12 times?
Sorry.
It's now trending. Make sure you catch a new episode every Monday from 4 to 6 on 247miami.tv.
Hey, it's Mike from Now Trending. Listen to why I hate the world and all that's in it. Oh yeah, and I also do sports, and I have an Ask Mike segment every Monday from
4 to 6
on 247miami.tv.
Oh, what a day! What a lovely day!
Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, Saturday.
Join me, Siobhan, every Sunday for the latest episode of Day by Day. From Alzheimer's Awareness Month to International Bacon Day, find out what's happening this week and how these observances got started.
Each day.
Because each day counts.
Day by day. By day.
Hiya, this is Harley Quinn, and you're on 24/7 Miami. Wee! Wahoo! Whoopee! Yay! Yay! Yay!
Gotta make a move to a town that's right for me. Time to keep me moving, keep me moving with some energy.
And we're back here to Now Trending on 247miami.tv. You can find us today on Facebook Live /Now Trending 247. You can also find us at Periscope, where it's popping today. Hey, everybody out there in Periscope and Facebook Live. Again, our Periscope is at Now Trending 247. We are back. Now can we get on to the light, funny topics, guys?
Oh, please, please.
Can I just calm down a bit? I don't want to stab Chris today. I had my moment.
You can try.
Come on, just pop the new bag of popcorn. Come on.
You're right. Thanks, Drew. So we still have a lot more to talk about. We're going to get into sports. Mayor, if you're out there listening to us, we're trying to give you a call.
Yeah.
But you're not here, but you know where to find us. Hit us up. So Chris has got some stuff. Also, just to let you know, before in our next segment, we've got some odd news stories coming up later. Also, we have a what the F did I just witness? I've got a story on that one, along with funny phone conversations with strangers. But before we get there, I also got a special message for somebody out there. A special message who I haven't talked to someone in a long time who's done me wrong. So make sure you're listening, because at the end of the show, I got a special message. Chris, give us some sports.
Sports spot. Time for the NHL playoff update. We are now making our way into the second round of the playoffs, and it's really heating up. Starting in the East, we have Thank you, Drew. You're welcome. We have the number 1 seed Washington Capitals taking on the number 2 seed Pittsburgh Penguins, which is, in my opinion, is going to go 7 games and double overtime in the last game. We also have the New York Rangers and the Ottawa Senators. That series, I think, is going to go 7 games as well. All these teams are evenly matched. I can't pick a winner out of the East.
I think hockey's a dangerous sport.
Yes. I don't think there's a safe. I don't even think golf is safe. Okay?
Yeah, every sport
There's no
is dangerous.
safe sport. Okay, you can get a dart in the head by throwing darts. So darts isn't safe either.
Can you get killed in hockey?
Yes.
Yes. And
Yes,
even
you
as a
can.
spectator, you
Now, that
can.
is no joke. You
Did you
can't.
see that player who got hit in the face with a puck the other day
Yeah.
in the cheek? Oh,
And he kept playing too.
ouch.
That's why half
But
the teeth are
a
missing.
pitcher gets a blister on his finger. He's out for a week.
Yeah, because that's a lot of money.
Watch it on my
Shots
show.
fired.
I
I love baseball, but sorry, they're a bunch of babies. The ones that get hurt for like 3 days. I got a hangnail. I can't pitch.
But in hockey, they get snow toe. Oh.
And in hockey, they take a puck off the face. They come out 10 minutes later after getting stitched up. They got blood all over their jersey and still playing.
They get soldered in the locker room.
In the Western Conference, the Anaheim Ducks taking on the Edmonton Oilers. The Edmonton Oilers are my pick for the Western Conference. On the other side, you have the St. Louis Blues taking on Drew. Drew doesn't know. The
taking on
Nashville
me?
Predators.
It's because he's following our Marlins.
Who are Marlins. Yeah, we own them.
Yeah, I want a statue.
He's our
Wait.
president.
It's going to be very exciting.
Throw it.
Playoff hockey is always more exciting. And then when you get to the finals, it's even better. And then the Stanley Cup finals, I mean, that's where it's at. So it's all coming up real soon.
Mm-hmm.
The second round begins, I believe, tomorrow night. So there you go. There's your hockey minute. Switching gears to the NBA playoffs, which I'm sure everybody's waiting to hear about. The Cleveland Cavaliers, they swept their way through the first round, beating the Indiana Pacers in 4 games. Celtics and the Chicago Bulls are tied at 2 games apiece. Each road team has won both games.
Sorry, I hate those teams.
That's awesome. I love this night. This 70s cop music. There you go. Let's see. The Golden State Warriors are up 3-0 in their division against whoever they're playing. I can't remember who they're playing. Drew?
Great job on sports, Chris.
Hey, I'm trying to look at it right now.
One job.
Hey, yeah.
Oh my God.
You know, that's why we got the mayor. The mayor knows everything. No, I know what everything is. I'm just trying to be funny. because
Mayor,
I'm like,
if you're out there listening, though, I hope you're okay. Honestly, I hope
I'll bet you I know what he's doing. He's writing down everything he wants to say about the
he's
first couple
probably
segments.
heated. Yeah, I agree.
'Cause
We
he
know
was-
how to grind his gears.
He was in rare form last week. It took us 5 minutes to get to the sports segment. Ooh, I hear Judas Priest. You know the words? Sing along.
Sports Hour.
We also have the Toronto Raptors and the Milwaukee Bucks. The series is tied 2 games apiece. The Washington Wizards and the Atlanta Hawks. The Wizards lead the series 2-1.
Atlanta should take that, and then
And game 4 is tonight at Atlanta.
And who are the Bucks playing again? The Bucks are playing Boston, right?
No, the Bulls are playing Boston. The Bucks are playing Toronto Raptors.
Toronto should take that.
I just
Please
have,
pay attention, Drew.
but I just have a question now. How do you guys feel as far as like the Cavaliers and the Bulls? Only because lots of people down here in Miami, especially the Heat fans.
My pick for the whole ball of wax would be Golden State. However, is OKC still in it?
Yes, they're down 3-1.
I don't think they'll make it, but I don't think I don't want Cleveland to win.
Why? Oh, is it because of
He's
one
a hater.
person?
No,
Got
I was gonna say,
no.
because I know people
no.
who hate Cleveland
No.
because of one person.
And Chicago.
Oh, no.
And because of Chicago, because of one person. So that's
No.
where I'm getting at with
No.
you guys here.
I don't
love the fans down here in Miami.
I don't
really
want a
do.
monopoly. In other words, so I'd rather have someone else win it than.
I agree with Drew because I'd like to see the trophies in all major sports,
Mix
not just
around.
1 or 2, get shoved around the country because it's better for the league, it's better for the country
Yeah.
if those trophies are in other cities.
Instead of just
So
in Boston.
for Cleveland to get one last year was amazing, and it's great for the city.
And Chicago
And
win the
for
World
And
Series.
for the Cleveland Indians to go to the finals, even the World Series, even though they didn't win. They went, and it went 6 games.
And for the Cubs to win
But
that.
you knew whoever was going to win that was going to be
100
historical
years?
for both cities.
100 years.
Right, absolutely.
And it was like 50 years for Cleveland. So it was still a long time.
So
for both
it's,
teams.
it just was nice to see Chicago.
So that is something that everybody was going to tune in for, just because they wanted to see who's going to win.
But basketball wise,
well, they got it. They got their medal. That's it. Get out.
I think you're going to see a repeat of last year. You see Cleveland, Golden State. I think those are the 2 best matched teams to go against each other. However, I would like to see the Boston Celtics upset the Cleveland Cavaliers. I really would.
Nice.
I don't
That
think
would
you're
be
going to
nice.
see that, barring major injuries, which I don't want to see for any team.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's going to stop Cleveland. As much as I'd like to see Boston
Let me ask you this question: if Durant were healthy and we're still playing with OKC, does OKC pose a bigger threat?
Absolutely. Because now Russell Westbrook's doing all of it by himself. Because none of us can name another player on that starting five.
Ibaka.
Okay, good job.
Name all five.
Name all five.
I don't get paid. That's above my pay grade. But yeah, I would love for them. But the minute that he left, I was like, that's it. They're not going to be able to replace anybody.
They didn't sign anybody either
because they ain't got nobody with a caliber.
Right. But they got Durant off the books, and they're paying Russell Westbrook X amount of whatever they're paying him. They have to sign. They have to sign somebody else for them to even.
He can't do it.
He can't get a triple double every night.
He was. That's the problem. But that's a
the
problem.
playoffs are a different animal.
No, you're right.
Against sub
But that's
500
a
teams all
problem.
season long.
But that's a problem. If you got one player doing triple doubles every game, that's a problem.
That means he's playing about 35 to 40 minutes a night, if not the entire game.
Yep. And what else? What else?
His legs are going to fall.
There you go. And then you're going to get the finals, and he can't perform because he's tired.
That's it. I mean, you need depth.
And no one else is doing anything.
You need 2 or 3 guys in that starting five to contribute every night.
Exactly.
That's why the Golden State Warriors and the Cleveland Cavaliers are so heavily stacked up front.
But think about it. When Jordan was doing his thing, he had people on the side doing their thing.
He wouldn't have got it done without Pippen and
There you
John
go.
Paxson and
There
Vlade
you
Divac, all those guys.
Enough
He
said.
wouldn't have got it done without them. And,
No, he
and
wouldn't
Will
have.
Purdue and those guys.
Nope.
Horace Grant,
Nope. Cartwright, no. He wouldn't have done without him.
Wouldn't have got it done. So he's got to have a cast of characters with him.
But he doesn't.
Like every
That's
time
the
you
problem.
heard something about Jordan, Pippen was right there with him. As much as I
Yep.
dislike the both of them, they showed up and they made it happen in the 90s.
Yep. There you go. You're totally right. I had my Chicago Bulls shirt and all back then.
I had mine, and then when I realized how much other things about them off the court, I stopped liking them. So,
yeah, true. Baseball.
Switching gears to the MLB.
MLB.
Tell us about our Marlins.
The Marlins are in second place. They're behind the Washington Nationals by 3 games. They do have a 500 record at this point in time, 555, 556. They're 10-8. They're on a streak now, winning 2 in a row. In the last 10 games, they were 6-4.
Yep, they just wrapped up a series in San Diego. They're heading home.
Now, I want to say one thing. This is Lewis again from 24.
No, it's correction. They're heading to Philly.
Now, this is a good thing because usually the Marlins have a slow start when as the season goes. So to see them playing this way and this road trip, what's the record on the road?
On the road, they're 6-6.
Well, yeah, 6-6 in total.
They're 4-2 at home.
But lately they've been playing very good. So this is, if you're a Marlins fan, you're very proud because their team is doing very good early in the season.
True, but I think that part of me is also sad because they can't keep this up.
It's a long season, 162 games. I mean, can't make heads or tails. Yeah, they're in second place right now. But I mean, look what's under them. Guys, the Phillies are at 9-9. The Mets are at 8-11, which will definitely not stay like that. And the Braves are 6-12. The Braves have lost 6 games in a row. Washington's taken off. They've won 7 in a row. So there's really right now that's what you're chasing. And all you can do.
Yeah, well, I think Atlanta's done. Who's their coach? Atlanta.
That's how done they are. You don't even know who their coach is.
No, the coaches.
They have a new stadium up in Atlanta.
Yeah. I would
love to see.
I'd love to see too. I was supposed to be up there in a couple of months. Maybe I'll go by there.
It looks nice from TV. So.
Wait a minute. It doesn't look nice. It looks the same as every other new ballpark. They all look the same. The only different one is the Marlins ballpark.
They still can only average like 24,000 a night.
Lou, let me ask you a question.
All ballparks matter. I'm just tired.
They all look the same. All
shots fired.
All those new ballparks look the same. Brick wall in the back. Grow some grass on the wall.
Advertising everywhere.
But they're all made after Minute Maid Park in Houston. You notice that?
Yes, they all are.
They try to put something unique in each little one of them.
Minute Maid. I think they were trying to copy Camden Yards.
Well, our uniqueness is we have stray cats running across our field during home games.
Yeah, because they're
there you go.
All cats matter.
Lou, can you get us in the game? The All-Star game, man? Come on.
Who's Lou? Who's Lou?
Lou's the man.
Lou, can we do the show from there?
I can drive you to there.
Lou, I'm trying to get into the White House to meet the president.
I can drive you to the door, but I don't know about the other part.
Can we broadcast from the All-Star game?
I want the parking lot from the All-Star.
We can broadcast them anywhere. We can try to set up, but
they won't let us.
Do you have a date for?
You don't know anybody?
Wait a minute. We can do something. We can figure something out.
You gotta know somebody over there, Luigi. Come on.
Maybe.
Maybe. That's what I want to hear.
Lou knows somebody everywhere.
I like that. He said maybe, so it's not a
the
no.
All-Star game, the home run derby game. I would take that.
Yeah. I'm not gonna say no.
Let's screw the All-Star game. Screw that. You're doing the All-Star game. I'm not doing the home run derby.
I know an apartment across the street from the stadium. We can do it.
I was gonna say I can get you into every year. What is it that we were doing the project over there?
Oh, in Marlins Park, yeah.
Hold on, we have a Facebook. I'm sorry, we have a Periscope comment.
Tell us Periscope.
Mighty Sports said we should maybe rename the Marlins to the Hialeah Tomcats.
Oh, see, okay. So is this person Maite? It's Maite. Is it Mayte? Maite. Okay, because I can't see it. Now, is this person are you in South Florida?
Uh-oh.
We need to
There's
write
a lag.
this person
There's a
in.
lag.
I wonder if they know that person who puts the red Solo cups up on 58th Street overpass. I'm going to get an interview with that person.
Guy. We want that guy.
Waste the Solo cups, man.
No, it's not, because every week he puts a special message. Whoever that person is puts a special message. I take a picture every week.
Use something else.
And it always has a special message for somebody. And it just makes my day driving into this
Donate Solo
crap
cups
hole
here.
city. Hey, I should go up there. Yeah.
Go up there and give him cups, and then he'll write joy to everyone.
Joy to the world. That's right.
Oh boy.
I agree. No, but I was thinking that I was going to go walk up on the overpass and I was going to stick a letter in the cups, trying to get that person to call me so I can get an interview.
Why don't you write it in Solo cups?
Sometimes you're so smart.
Sometimes.
That's why we keep you.
Sometimes.
Free advertisement. We're putting out trending.
There you go.
Yeah, as long as you always are concocting something.
Always scheming.
What else? What else we got in sports? It's true though. Well, that's I mean Miami Marlins. We started off as Florida Marlins. I mean this person makes up a great point because soon it's probably going to become to the Hialeah Marlins. But was that right? Us changing over the Miami Marlins? Like I'm offended by it. I'm in Broward,
Why?
and because they started off as the Florida Marlins, and they were our team. How did they just become Miami Marlins?
The history is
Wait.
In
Miami.
Can I answer the question?
I just want to know.
Rolling off. Question. Here's the answer to the question.
Everybody.
The reason why you have the Florida Panthers, the reason why you have the Florida Marlins,
the
reason why you have Tampa Bay Lightning, and the reason why you have the Miami Heat. If you have a team named Florida Marlins, that means you can pretty much move them anywhere within the state of Florida.
Okay, maybe they'll move them where we have enough adequate parking to go to a game.
Not anymore.
There's parking there. Now, if you have a team called the Miami Marlins, then that means they're in Miami. So that was part of the deal for the stadium, was to rename them Miami Marlins.
But they were also called Miami Marlins in the past.
They were also called that in the past.
Incredible parking on the east side of Marlins Park on a street called like Southeast 6th or something like that.
The
gentleman's name is Poppy. He hangs out
Poppy.
in a wheelchair.
And
then somebody says,
Go ahead.
Ito.
$10 no blocky. And we park in his parking. He'll park in front lawn. Every time we go to a game, we give him $10 and a couple of beers.
Yep.
Oh, you hook them up with the
So
bag.
there's plenty of parking.
This is what Miami's consider parking at sporting events. This is how it's been all my life. That's why I say, who cares?
These are the most gracious people. They welcome you to their property. Yes, you can park on my front lawn. Yes,
Now,
please park on my
9
front
times
lawn.
out of
Why do we
10,
build stadiums? So where that's where we leave the parking up to
9
as
times out of
residents
10,
to.
they don't own that. You know that, right?
It's in half the time, it's some abandoned house and they own it. And we're looking for Poppy in the wheelchair to get parking.
Oh yeah, Bobby.
That's
Because it's easy to get out of there too.
I
No
agree.
traffic
But
getting on
you're
his
from
street.
up, okay, but you're from up north. Do your stadiums have parking?
Gillette Stadium has a mile and a half.
But they're
square
also isolated.
Acres
They're also isolated.
of
They're
parking.
not in the middle of town.
Right, but that's it.
Fenway
we're
Park
saying-
does not. Fenway Park is built in downtown
There's
Boston,
also-
and you have to park in like local parking lots. We used to park in the Star Market parking lot when we were kids.
But remember, for Fenway and for the original Yankee Stadium and for Shea Stadium, they were built around the subway, so people would get off
People
the
just
game.
get off the train and go.
So you be sitting on the train next to the guys that just play the game, and you can tell them why you throw the ball over the first base, because that's how they were built back in the day.
Yeah,
make sense.
Thank you guys. Yeah,
You're welcome.
I just want parking
No
in the
parking.
game. I don't go to games.
No blocking.
Parking. Either that or like if now we put parking and then what'd you say? Were you talking about me?
telling Drew
You
something,
talking
yeah.
about me? Anyhow, we're gonna go to break right now. Right? Are you done with news? I mean, are you done with sports?
Would you like me to keep going?
Sure.
Plenty more to
Can
talk
you give me 2 more minutes?
about. 2 more
Sure.
minutes.
Yeah, I want to hear what Mighty has to say because this person, they're giving us good feedback today.
Well, Mighty, yes, he is from Florida, but he wants Chris to talk about the Bucks.
The Milwaukee Bucks?
Yeah, Milwaukee Bucks.
Look at that.
Good.
Yeah.
Switching back to the NBA.
They have a team in Milwaukee?
Yes, I heard.
Come on now.
Well, I don't know.
Do we have a date yet for our football draft, our NFL draft?
The NFL draft is this Thursday.
It is.
Thank
When
you
are
for
we going to have
bringing that up.
fantasy football draft?
No, when are we going to have? No, wait,
man.
not from that. When
Are we
let's
doing fantasy football this year, and am I allowed to play again?
You should be, yeah.
Yes, we will have a fantasy football.
You're
go.
just saying that because you want to take my money.
The 24/7 Miami.
Yeah, we need the money in that.
Yes, 24/7 Miami football draft. We will have a fantasy football league. We will have it. But as Drew was saying, Thursday we have the draft,
Yes.
NFL draft.
Yes.
We do. Big news.
Watch
Football's
it.
coming back. Can you guys believe football is coming back? so
It always
soon?
does.
Watch party, anyone?
The Milwaukee Bucks
Ooh,
finished
where?
the season 42-40 to make the playoffs.
Wait,
42.
that's all you give us? Give us something juicy. They play in
Okay,
Milwaukee.
why
They play in
does
Milwaukee.
this person why does this person want to hear about the Milwaukee Bucks? How's that?
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Oh, that's a good one.
He leads the team in every category except assists, where Chris Middleton leads with 5.3 assists per game.
Chris Middleton.
I'm throwing some stats out at our faithful listener here who wants to hear about the Milwaukee
It
Bucks.
is. I'm loving this today.
I'm trying to give him what he'd like. I mean, these stats are all attainable at ESPN.com or MilwaukeeBucks.com.
Don't tell them where to go. Find it. Tell them stay
I wanna
here.
come
No,
here.
I'm just saying. I didn't
We deliver
have
real
news. I have every other team's stats written down but the Milwaukee Bucks. I'm so sorry.
What do you got against the Bucks, man?
I have nothing against
You
them. I
really
had
do.
to pick
How come
on
you had
somebody
every other team but the Bucks?
because they finished 42.
That tells me a lot about you.
They're 9 games back.
The buck stops here.
9 games.
Exactly.
Buck
Stopped here on my computer.
9 games back of Cleveland. They ended the season.
Well, very good. Thank you, guys. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to take this to break right now. You're listening to Now Trending. I'm Joy Canizero. That's Chris Petto. There's Drew. We have got our intern, Brian, and we have the lovely Lou in the corner, and Brianna sitting outside. Hi, Brianna. How are you doing? So make sure you guys stay tuned. When we come back, we've got lots to talk about. We've got odd news stories. We have WTF, did I just witness? We also have funny phone conversations with strangers and lots more coming up. So make sure you stay tuned right here, whether you're on Periscope, whether you're on Facebook Live, whether you're on YouTube or on 247miami.tv. Stay tuned. We will be right back in just a couple of minutes.
You're listening to 24/7 Miami Radio.
Hey, it's the guys from the couch, and we're coming to you now live on Tuesday nights at 7 o'clock with your favorite segments like Simple Jack and W. Dubai Knows It All. Catch us every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. live on 247miami.tv. We talk about sports and other things. Like what? W eating chips. I can't put these chips down.
247miami.tv.
The couch.
Hello, everyone. This is Drew from Now Trending. And usually I'm driving the bus in the show, keeping it from riding off on the rails. Every Monday from
4 to 6.
on 247miami.tv.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Roy from The Roy O Show. Just letting you know, guess what? The Roy O Show, it's back, baby. Every Wednesday from 7 to 9 p.m. It's going to be Prosper, O, and yours truly covering everything. Sports, TV, entertainment, comics, Walking Dead, you name it, we're talking about it. Join us this Wednesday from 7 to 9 p.m. only on 247miami.tv.
Hey, this is Joy.
Siobhan.
Mike,
And this is Drew.
what's the show called again? What's cooking?
Are you
my
kidding
goodness.
me? Always
Oh my
something
God.
to
Mentioned the
do.
first 12 times?
Sorry.
It's Now Trending. Make sure you catch a new episode every Monday from 4 to 6 on 247miami.tv.
Hey, it's Mike from Now Trending. Listen to why I hate the world and all that's in it. Oh yeah, and I also do sports, and I have an Ask Mike segment every Monday from
4 to 6.
on 247miami.tv.
Oh, what a day! What a lovely day!
Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, Saturday.
Join me, Siobhan, every Sunday for the latest episode of Day by Day. From Alzheimer's Awareness Month to International Bacon Day, find out what's happening this week and how these observances got started.
Each day.
Because each day counts.
Day by day. By day.
You're listening to 24/7 Miami Radio.
Hey, it's the guys from the couch, and we're coming to you now live on Tuesday nights at 7 o'clock with your favorite segments like Simple Jack and W. Dubai Knows It All. Catch us every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. live on 247miami.tv.
We talk about sports and other things. Like what? W eating chips. I can't put these chips down. 247miami.tv. The couch.
Hello, everyone. This is Drew from Now Trending. And usually I'm driving the bus in the show, keeping it from riding off on the rails. Every Monday from
4 to 6
on 247miami.tv.
Hello, boys! I'm back!
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Roy from The Roy O Show. Just letting you know, guess what? The Roy O Show, it's back, baby. Every Wednesday from 7 to 9 p.m. It's going to be Prosper, O, and yours truly covering everything. Sports, TV, entertainment, comics, Walking Dead, you name it, we're talking about it. Join us this Wednesday from 7 to 9 p.m. only on 247miami.tv.
Hey, this is Joy.
Siobhan.
Mike,
And this is Drew.
what's the show called again? What's cooking?
Are you
Mike,
kidding
where have
me?
you been?
Always
Oh my
something with
God.
In the
you.
first 12 times?
Sorry.
It's now trending. Make sure you catch a new episode every Monday from 4 to 6 on 247miami.tv.
Hey, it's Mike from Now Trending. Listen to why I hate the world and all that's in it. Oh yeah, and I also do sports, and I have an Ask Mike segment every Monday from
4 to 6.
on 247miami.tv.
Oh, what a day! What a lovely day!
Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, Saturday.
Join me, Siobhan, every Sunday for the latest episode of Day by Day. From Alzheimer's Awareness Month to International Bacon Day, find out what's happening this week and how these observances got started.
Each day.
Because each day counts.
Day by day. By day.
Hiya, this is Harley Quinn, and you're on 24/7 Miami. Wee! Wahoo! Whoopee! Yay! Yay! Yay!
Topping the box office this weekend, number 3.
What happens when the last petal falls?
The master remains a beast forever.
And we become antiques.
Beauty and the Beast with 10 million and 471 million overall. Number 2.
I can't do this without you, Tim.
We do make a pretty good team.
No, literally, I can't reach the doorknobs.
The Boss Baby with 12.7 million and 136 million overall. And number 1.
Abu Dhabi, Cuba, our paths have crossed before, Dom. You just didn't know it. I think I need to remind you why you chose to be here.
I got no choice.
The Fate of the Furious with 36.8 million. Opening this week.
I am a believer in the perfectibility of human beings. At the circle, we can finally realize our potential. When we are our best selves, there isn't a problem that we cannot solve. We can cure any disease, and we can end hunger. Imagine the human rights implications. The possibilities are endless.
The Circle. A woman lands a dream job at a powerful tech company called The Circle, only to uncover a nefarious agenda that will affect the lives of her friends, family, and humanity. starring Emma Watson, Tom Hanks, and John Boyega.
I'm attracted to like really good looking guys. Guys with like great faces and great bodies who are muscular and handsome and younger, much younger than you, and tall, a lot taller.
How to Be a Latin Lover. Finding himself dumped after 25 years of marriage, a man who made a career of seducing rich older women must move in with his estranged sister, where he begins to learn the value of family. Starring Salma Hayek, Rob Lowe, and Kristen Bell.
Trending right here on 24/7 Miami Radio. Again, we've got lots of viewers over on Facebook Live and on Periscope today. Thank you guys for joining us. I really want to give everyone out there a shout out who is joining us via our social media. Also, I need to give a special shout out to, I believe he was the manager over at Miami International today at the parking lot, Don Cardoza, who saved me. I guess the guy in front of me lost his parking ticket. I was sitting there for 10 minutes and I'm like, I'm getting charged while I'm sitting here while the parking people are trying to help the guy in front of me. And I was kind of losing it because I had to get here. So the manager's walking through the thing and I was like, hey man, I'm like, what's the deal? Like, I'm paying just to sit here. And he opened up a line just for me.
Very nice.
And let me through. And I told him I'd give him a special shout out. He was all excited. So again, that's Don Cardoza. And I told him that Lou would come over and tell him that we gave him the shout out. So thanks, Lou. Lou's like, I'm not.
Thanks,
that's
Joy.
on the other side of the airport.
Thanks, Joy.
You know what I made the mistake of doing? I'm like, okay, I'm here at the airport. I was just going. One of my good childhood friends was down in the Bahamas, so she lives in South Carolina. So my other childhood friend Wendy and I went over to MIA today just to meet her during her layover. So we saw her for like 30 minutes. And does it mean you want to hang me? Does it mean stage left? I feel like Showtime at the Apollo.
He's trying to say, cut it.
No, so I'm telling my story about Wendy because I have to give my shout out to Kelly too. So anyhow, we had a quick lunch but I made the mistake of, I'm like, okay, here I am at the airport. They've got the people movers that it just moves you in a straight line when you could just walk. So I'm like, oh, I'll get my exercise today. I'm going to skip the people mover. Bad mistake. I'm so exhausted. My feet were hurting. I left that airport crying in addition to the parking. Thanks. Thanks, Drew. So before we get started into our odd news stories, something you've all been waiting to hear all week is, Chris,
yes.
I know you've been on the edge of your seat.
Yeah, I fell off, actually.
Did I make it to headquarters? Did I level up to headquarters level 15 on mobile strike?
It's a negative, Ghost Rider. The pattern is full.
I have not. How do you know that? I haven't said
because you would have. It would have been the first thing you told us when you came
but
into
I was
that.
so excited. I wanted to save it for today's show.
You were all excited last week, saying you were going to get there by the middle of last week,
I even
which you did
recapped
not.
this. Look, all this week I've been writing down notes just for you guys.
Did your cats get any food this week?
I fed them yesterday.
Did you empty out the litter box?
They liked me. Yes, I did empty out
ate
the litter
eventually.
box.
Did you fill up their water dishes?
They ate eventually.
Right. They're alive.
Right. But at what level of...
When I get to 15, they'll go back to eating every day. So...
cat owner of the year.
So the last time we were here, I was on level 12, okay? I have consistently... Talk about my cats, man.
Too late. They're already talking about you.
That cat is hungry. That cat is hungry.
Watch out when you get home. What's up?
They know level 15, baby.
They're listening.
They are.
So
my cats are fans.
So that's that, huh? Okay. All right.
So last time we were here, I was on level 12, and I have been diligently working towards getting my headquarters to level 15.
Trying to get us to buy your drugs, Louis.
I did, and I tried to feed you guys yesterday just to come join me over on Mobile Strike so I can get credits, to move the process on a little
all
faster.
for you.
Right. I hate this game. No, I didn't make it to level 15, Chris. Not as of yet. I'm close.
Somehow we knew that.
I currently am in the process of upgrading my troops, my training grounds, in order to upgrade my hospital, so I can upgrade my wall, so I can upgrade my.
How many
headquarters to
hours
level
of sleep
15.
did you have during from
4.
last show to this show?
What about how many hours did I put into this stupid
No,
game
it's
from
of
this
sleep.
show to last
Sleep.
game? Sleep is irrelevant.
And why are you playing this game
Sleep is
again?
for losers.
Forget
Now,
sleeping. Play the game.
right now, I'm playing this so I can get my 567 gold pieces over in Chef Gordon Ramsay Dash. See, I've got goals, guys. I set my goals high. You guys should be more proud of me.
Have you tweeted them?
No, I should. Huh?
You should tweet them.
Someone told me to tweet something the other day. I nearly died.
I said tweet them. I said tweet them. How much you think? What do you think about the game?
You did. You okay? And that's another thing. We need to give a shout out to Personally Incorrect, which is one of our favorite games here on Now Trending. We will next weekend. We may have a special guest, and we're going to have a special edition. I'm not sure if we'll do it next weekend or the weekend after. This is what you're requesting, right? I requested too because I think it's great.
Are we playing this week?
No, we're going to play next week because I don't know if you guys heard the news, but the owner, the manufacturer of that game, retweeted our episode on their Twitter page.
That's awesome. Front door. No,
Yes.
they didn't.
That's what Lou had sent us over a post
Yeah,
the other
they
day. I went over. They even followed me. I am like, oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
Talk to us, Periscope fan.
Mighty Sports said goals don't matter unless you tweet them.
See, exactly. So I'm gonna. Hey, Mighty, is it Mighty Sports? You said. Do you play Mobile Strike? If you do,
Oh
please.
my God! Don't do it.
Post your-
Don't try to bring them on. Don't do it, man.
Don't do it. Don't press it.
I'm so close. I
Intervention.
just want my 567 points. I can make the story sound really good. Why you should join?
Intervention.
It's a great game.
Intervention.
We're gonna call Arnold in here.
Everybody sit. Joy, sit down. We have to talk.
So I just need your Mobile Strike screen name. And what alliance? Are you in a big alliance? Or are they getting you lots of
Bigger than yours.
resources? Because I'll join that alliance too. Last night I was trying to look for Donald Trump's alliance because Drew said he may play Mobile Strike too. So anyhow, no, but I'm very close. I think that I will make it to level 15 by Wednesday. Okay, that's my new goal. Tweet that. Can somebody tweet that for me?
Tweet that.
Okay, so moving on to, I'm going to go a little bit different than our show sheet here, but WTF,
Uh-oh.
what the F did I just witness? Living in South Florida, every day we see something strange that just makes you think, WTF did I witness? So Saturday, I'm coming over here for some workshops. We had great workshops. Missed you guys here. We had some great editing workshops. We had false news workshops. Brian, you were here for the workshops too, right? Our intern Brian was here. So I'm on my way. I get on the Palmetto. Now on Saturday, when you get on the Palmetto,
Carmelo.
yeah, that's, during the weekdays.
Carmelo.
Right. During Monday through Friday, we sit in traffic. During Saturdays, like, no rules apply. It's just a no rules apply day, Saturdays and Sundays. We eat enough crap during the week on that damn expressway, to have a nice drive on Saturdays. Get on the Palmetto. There is a state trooper on the side of the road of the expressway with outside of his vehicle with a radar gun doing a speed trap by himself on Palmetto Expressway.
Yeah, that's how it works.
No, on the
Actually,
expressway.
he's not by himself. There's someone down the road.
There's someone way down the road. He's
I
just
was
gonna
looking-
flag
listen,
somebody.
I was
Say the
looking-
white guy in the black Charger. Pull him over.
But it was just, I just think it was just such an odd spot. Usually we see them on every other road, but the problem, it's not like, okay, when we see them, let's say like down University Drive, they catch someone speeding, they walk out in front of the vehicle, say stop. It's just not normal to see that usually, typically, I don't see it in the past couple of years. I've not seen it on the expressway where the cop is sat outside on the expressway with his radar gun pointing it at people. Are you going to stop? Hey, stop. The car's going by 80 miles per hour. Hey, you.
That's why he has a friend down the road.
I agree, but there was no marked patrol vehicles up the road. But I was just like,
They were somewhere. They're
No, I
always-
agree.
They're miles and miles ahead.
I'm good.
so they
I
can
just
set
thought
up.
that he could have had better results if he took it to another road. It wasn't just
Why people speed over there, even though it's always in traffic on the.
Yeah, I know,
Palmetto.
but to do a speed trap, I think that's just kind of dangerous
People
for
should
him.
be speeding.
Chris, you don't speed?
I don't get caught for speeding.
See? People shouldn't be speeding.
And you can see, like, I love driving on 75 because you can see the state troopers from miles, at least a mile ahead before you're even close. So you know when
You
to slow
drive
down.
a Charger, dude.
So what? They got to keep up with me then?
They're gonna look for his car.
No, but what's the good thing about driving a Charger is
I
that
look like a state trooper
you look
until
like
I
an
drive
undercover
by.
cop. You look like an undercover
Then
cop.
I got the chrome
That's the
rims and the heavy metal
only-
blaring and no lights.
No,
no
it is. That's
weapons.
the only good thing about driving a Dodge Charger or like my mom's Dodge Ram. People think it's a police car. It sounds like a police car, so nobody messes with you. You know it's true.
Nobody messes with me anyway.
Yeah, because they think you're a cop.
I'm not bad, but the bad don't mess with me. You know what I mean?
Boom.
And speaking of, you want to talk about phone calls from strangers?
We didn't get to phone calls from strangers yet, but we're
Right.
gonna get there.
I got a phone call the other day from the Broward County Police, the sheriff's office. So I'm like, I started to sweat. I got lightheaded. I'm like, why the hell are they calling me
Started sweating
on my
lightheaded.
phone?
Like I told you-
How did they have my phone number?
When I thought the Pope Facebooked me. Talk about
But you see,
dumping a load.
this guy wanted a donation. He wanted a donation
Yes.
over the phone.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, I don't know that it's you. How do I know it's you? How about this? Why don't you send me something in the mail? Since you have all my information on your computer over there, you know where I live, you know my address, and you have my phone number. So you know my full name and everything. Why don't you mail me something in the mail? I'll write you a check and I'll mail it out. Because I'm not giving you my credit
Did he
card.
say he was
information
from the
over phone.
highway? So did he say he was from the FHP?
That was the BSO.
There's the one that
Broward
says
Sheriff's Office.
I can't believe it's Broward. I've never.
But it
gotten one
didn't come up on my phone as Broward Sheriff's Office. It came up as a regular 954 number.
It didn't
So
come up.
I answered the phone. I'm like, hello. And he's like, Christopher. I'm like, who's this?
Yeah, I know.
You know, or I'm like, who wants to know?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, they called me. Don't ask me what my name is. You called me. You obviously have some type of information on your little display in front of you. Right away.
So the BS. Oh,
I think it was BS.
It is. Well, that's what
personally,
they've always
but-
been known as BSO.
but-
Yes.
But then I actually got something in the mail.
Yep.
oh, wait a minute.
So still,
Busted.
it could be made up correspondence. I could be mailing a check to somebody that's sitting in their living room making up envelopes that say BSO.
Well, what did the propaganda look like that they sent you?
I'm not saying it's propaganda.
I'm not saying propaganda.
That's
I mean
bad.
propaganda.
That's bad.
I know, not propaganda. I mean, what was the material? What did they
It
send
was
to
an
you?
envelope that has the Broward Sheriff's logo on it and everything, and all the information, the address, and everything. So obviously, didn't open it yet. You know. but
Oh, that's
I'm
what I wanted to
supposed
know
I'm
because I don't
supposed
think
to
a
stick-
scammer is going to go out and like print out.
But you never know.
But
These
it's a good
people,
idea.
that people could do anything. It's like the catfish and stuff that's on Facebook right now. People could just like reel in a sucker
Have you ever
to
been
send them money.
catfished?
No,
You sure?
positive.
Have you ever catfished anybody?
No, I don't even know how to do it.
Right.
I don't.
He already looks guilty.
Trust me. If I knew how to do it,
Who are you catfishing, buddy? We're gonna
if
send
I
it
knew
to
how
your
to do it, I
house.
would not be here right now. Believe me.
He'd be sitting at home in his underwear.
Exactly.
Paper.
Exactly.
So moving on to odd news stories. If my computer would like to open up, police stop a 12-year-old boy from driving across Australia.
The Australia kid, yeah.
You look like you were that type of kid, Chris. Like the way you sound.
I'm happy for the kid.
Stereotype
You know?
of Chris. Oh.
Yeah, she always does that. You know.
I do. You know, you guys
I'm
make
a
me
victim
sound like to
every
be such
week.
an awful person. Outback police have arrested a 12-year-old boy who was
He was
almost.
in the outback.
Huh?
He was in the outback.
Yes, he was.
There's no speed limits out there.
No,
There's
he
no
was
cops out
almost
there.
a third of his way toward driving solo across Australia. The unlicensed boy had driven more than 1,300 kilometers, which equates to 800 miles from his home in Kendall
'cause
on
I
the
couldn't
East
figure it out.
Coast. Huh?
Like thinking because I couldn't figure
I
it
know,
out.
yeah.
Kilometers out there.
Yeah, they do kilometers over. Yeah. So okay, and that wasn't a part of Kendall, which is on the East Coast, when he was stopped by traffic
Kendall?
police.
Kendall?
Yeah.
What's his name?
We have a Kendall.
We have a Kendall. We do. We have one in Australia too. But he was stopped by traffic police on Saturday on the Barrier Highway near the remote mining town of Broken Hill. He was pulled over because a bumper bar was dragging on the road, a police statement said on Sunday.
Oh.
Police said he was driving to the west city of Perth, more than 4,100 kilometers from Kendall, which again, that's 2,500 miles, Drew.
Wow.
In case you wanted to know.
Thank you.
Police have released no details on why the boy wanted to drive to Perth, whether he would be charged or whether he
It
had
was a show he
refilled
wanted to
during
go
his
see,
journey.
It was a girl.
It was a girl. I think it was a girl.
He was hunting dingo.
Go back to jail.
I come from a land
Dingo
down
ate your
under.
baby.
Did anybody try that Starbucks unicorn?
I hate Starbucks.
Oh my!
I knew you would. I was gonna
No,
say
I
if you
didn't.
did it,
I didn't do it. I
but
didn't
did
do
the
it.
wife
I'm
and
sure
the daughter?
Siobhan
No,
tried it.
no. Yeah, Siobhan probably did. No, they didn't.
See how stereotypical we are.
Siobhan likes
Siobhan-
Starbucks. I'm not,
Starbucks.
I'm not knocking her. I can't
wait,
stand
wait,
Starbucks, so I'll never try it.
Why? Okay,
wait.
Siobhan, first of all, Siobhan, we missed you today. Siobhan is also, she may be back next week. I don't know. Siobhan's on this vacation.
On special assignments.
She's on special assignment.
Right,
She
special
is.
assignment.
Siobhan, okay, our co-host Siobhan, no last name, is on special assignment. I hope you'll come back, Siobhan. wherever you are.
Don't say it like that, Jesus.
No, but why
Makes
is
like
it?
she's
Why
scared.
is it every time she goes home to Northern California, that's where all the stuff happens? That's where last time she went. Look, last
Here we
time she
go.
went back home, it was Sherry Papini, the missing wife, who was abducted and then beat up and dumped on the side of the road a month later.
Like
Okay.
2 Mexican women.
Then she goes back this time, and the teacher and the teacher and student are found up there up in the woods in Northern California. Every time she goes back home,
Oh,
the
no.
stories always follow
why
her to
she's
that
out
area. She is.
You're right.
You're right.
She's
Especially-
making news. He's not reporting news. He's making news.
I don't know
Special
what to say.
assignment.
I don't know what to say.
Okay, so we all agree Siobhan tried the unicorn.
I think she did.
Right. I can't believe your daughter didn't want to like. They were just like, oh, you gotta go
It's
try
just a
it.
sweet tart. You know how much sugar in that thing is?
I know.
Jesus
I just think
Christ.
it looks disgusting. I saw when someone left like a full one in the airport in the middle of the roaming walkways.
You should slap him in the back of the head.
I was
man.
gonna take a
That's what it
picture and
costs.
say, see, that's where this belongs. Follow it in the
Did you
tea.
see the kid that ranted on?
Yes, and he got in trouble for that.
Why should he probably
Poor
did?
kid. I worked in Starbucks. I felt his pain. I was just like,
Do tell.
You were a barista?
I was a barista.
Oh my
At one
God.
point in my life, I was.
Can't imagine.
Why do you think I'm so
Tell us
smart?
about that. How was your time there?
You don't want to
I
know.
play different music.
That's the only song I got in this thing.
You got to load more in there.
I know. I have to.
The people I worked with are great, but people are nuts about their coffees. There's some places that I stay away from, like I stay away from Starbucks. I stay away from Disney World. I really, those
Well,
are
I guess
places.
you're not going with me next time.
I don't. I if somebody said a free week vacation there, I would honestly.
You
give
don't
it
have to
up.
go into the park. You know, there's other things.
You know what it is? I worked there. Same as Starbucks. I think that's what it is.
You worked at Disney?
I did
I
did
worked at-
switchboard operations
I
for
worked
Disney
at-
at one point for all of their theme parks and their
That's
resorts.
I worked at an
Disney
amusement
people
park.
are
I
nuts.
worked at an amusement park when I was a kid.
Huh?
I worked at an amusement park when I was 15 to 22 years old.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
did
so
work
it's
from
a-
home, but
it's
the
a-
Disney people are.
Amusement parks are really weird.
It's their and it's not like, I mean, because of Disney itself. It's the people that go there.
Well, that's different.
That's the reason I don't want to go.
Yeah, it's so funny. Here's a typical Disney guest you see when you go to the park. There's always a guy. There's always a family, right? It's usually 4 to 3 people, 5 to 4 people. 'Cause they
Everybody
bring
has mouse
everybody.
ears. Yeah, everybody has mouse ears.
Yes, and there's always ends with the dad yelling at the oldest child.
It's not a fun trip. It's just not.
Because by the end of the
it's
day, you're
exhausting.
tired.
You're
hot,
tired.
You're hungry.
You are.
and
You're
this kid's not-
mad.
and this kid's not doing what you tell him
Right.
to do.
And you're mad at the world. Like,
you're mad at the
honestly, that's why I stay away from those places.
Hardly the message that Disney puts out every week. You know what I mean?
Right?
You walk out of there all miserable. Hardly a happy
Exactly.
place.
You're miserable because then you realize you paid
It's
for this.
completely false advertising. Well, that's because we were residents and we live here, and the other people don't know, of course. But
Mhm.
no,
yeah, but yeah. Although my trip was good. But it's funny, you just sit back and you watch the horror show happen in front of you.
You do. It's just, but here's the thing. And while you're there on vacation, you'll say, I'll never do this again. I'm not coming back this year. I'm not, and then it's just a replay the next year. Hey kids, we're going back to Disney. Great. And then it's just like this endless, awful cycle.
We're gonna have a good time. Be
Yeah.
quiet and shut up.
And you always plan
Smile, it's
everything
Disney.
different. It doesn't
You better
happen.
smile. Have fun. We're all going to have a good time.
Taking a picture.
We're going to be thankful.
Yeah.
And we're going to love
Pictures.
each other even more at the end of the day.
Go ahead. We have another listener who has something to say.
Mighty Sports says leave the kids at home.
Yeah, that's what. Last time I
Yeah.
did, I think the last time I went to Disney, I did leave the kids. No, I brought the kids, but the time before that,
You better admit it because they're listening.
I eloped and went there for my honeymoon. See,
Oh.
it's just not the right thing to do. Learn from my mistakes.
So wrong.
Well, moving on to more odd news. 10 pounds of pot was wrongly sent to a Pennsylvania pastor. So police are trying to determine, Chris Meadow, who shipped 10 pounds of marijuana from California to the pastor. Siobhan, California.
Again, California?
Siobhan.
They came from California. Sorry, I thought I was going to say Florida. But so they're trying to find out who shipped 10 pounds of marijuana from California, Siobhan Kenyon, to a pastor
Without
in the
using the last name.
Philadelphia suburbs. So the police have advised the drugs arrived Thursday in bundles stuffed in a plastic bucket inside a cardboard box that was delivered by UPS. The package was sent from Sacramento, but the woman who received it is a church pastor, but her mom's heavily involved in the church. And
Oh my god. Oh my god.
she's right because of your, but her mom is. She works for the church over there.
You're going to make Siobhan come back from special assignment just to defend herself.
Kick your butt.
Suddenly the now trending phone's going to ring.
Yeah, right. Oh, hi, Siobhan.
So the woman who received it is a church pastor who tells authorities it wasn't meant for her. Right. Police. If the police came to you, you get a big shipment of drugs, and the police come to you and ask,
whoa.
"Is it for you?" Are you going to say?
How did the police find out that came? Did she call them?
But failed to pick it up. Let's see. Police believe someone else might have been instructed to watch for the package, but failed to pick it up. No, it didn't even tell
The wrong
us.
person signed for the package.
They're probably having a coffee at Starbucks.
It didn't go.
It had to have been delivered
as
as
planned.
I know what happened. They had that unicorn thing from Starbucks.
There you go.
And they were bouncing off the ceiling. They forgot.
But anyhow, the pastor was very upset and traumatized. Wink, wink.
Mommy.
And afraid someone
You
might
should
come to
smoke
her
some.
home looking for the drugs.
Okay.
But again, it doesn't say if she called or, you know what I mean? Sometimes, lots of times, UPS is still instructed to deliver it and then contact the authorities, you know, once it's, so again, but they didn't tell us.
But how they know what was? How did the UPS know what was in it?
Hmm?
How did UPS know what was?
They
in it?
x-ray all those packages.
No, they can see the
They
brand.
scan, they x-ray.
I got dog sniffing.
Yeah, for all kinds of stuff. But anyhow, so the pastor was very upset and traumatized. I mean,
bet. Well, he's out 10 pounds of weed.
I was going to say, because the cops found out
He'd be
about it.
traumatized.
That's my weed, man.
That's the church incense they burn every Sunday.
It's my weed, man.
You know,
I knew it always smelled. I knew
rough,
that's where
man.
I knew that smell from.
all that money was going towards like new steeple or something. Roof repairs.
Steve, you remember? Oh, what was it? Michael motorcycle. Turn the key. No, here's the church, and here's the steeple.
Open the door and see all the people.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So she needs Jesus.
I do. I really do.
so the priest didn't get his holy smoke.
He did not get his holy smoke.
Nope. There won't be no incense
Needed the
burning
parishioners.
Yep.
tonight.
It was a
Guys.
sad day at church yesterday.
Sad day in
guys.
Pennsylvania.
Sad day.
I can't believe we didn't get our weed.
So unfortunately, that concludes our show for today. I know you guys will
What are
miss
you talking
us.
about? We got 5 minutes.
You are
5
on.
minutes.
I wish we were on the
We
same
got funny
clock.
phone conversations with strangers to do yet.
We do. I didn't think that we had enough time.
We got
plenty
plenty
of
of
You
time,
guys
Joy.
are just. You guys want to take over?
2 minutes. I'll give you 2 minutes. Go.
Yes, now trending. Now
Go ahead,
hosting.
Chris. You told me about a funny phone conversation last week.
I did. But you know what? There are other ones that are just equally as funny.
Tell me about it.
Like I received a phone call one day. I don't know, it had to be a couple of years ago or something like that. And this person on the other end asked me, "Hi, could you please tell me your name?" And I said, "Well, why don't you tell me your name because you called me?"
I wonder how you say
So
that.
this was I said it just like that because I hate getting the numbers that say unlisted or unavailable or private or something like that. And then people ask you what your name is. It's like, "Hello, professor, you just called me. So you must have my information."
So what
on
they
your-"
want?
They wanted me to verify my address. I'm like, "Why do you want my address? I'd
Right.
like to know who this is." And this,
I
I'm
was
not gonna
ready
say who
for
it was, but
Something
you know what I mean?
exciting.
No, I said sorry. I'm not interested, and don't call me back.
But
know?
you don't have the pleasure. Like I get the pleasure sometimes. Like I work little customer service
Can't
jobs here.
imagine
'Cause
the phone calls you go
radio,
through, Joe.
I do. Like radio doesn't pay that much, so therefore we all have a little bit part-time jobs on the side. So I do phone work, and I talk to a lot of interesting people. It's customer service. When I say phone work, I don't mean with this hot, sexy voice. Sure, I could bank millions on it. But no, I spoke to this great lady the other day. I speak to great people all the time, and the conversations are just endless. But I spoke to this lady the other day. She calls and she's ranting and raving how she let her best friend use her phone so her best friend could text her boyfriend. But her boyfriend was telling his girlfriend like how to change the settings on the phone. So they made it to where it was too sensitive. So this lady's like, every time I touch my phone, it's ringing, it's this. And I mean, she was going on and on. She was really heated about it. So, I mean, the only thing I could say to her, I was like, well, maybe it's just a sign your friend needs a new boyfriend.
Shots fired.
Dude, this lady was like,
We all just get along.
oh my God. She's like, Jesus, I wish she was here right now. Right? She's like, I've been trying to tell her for the longest time.
Oh, God.
So I was the answer. I was the answer to her best friend with that whole situation. But anyhow, that concludes our show for today, guys. I want to thank everybody out there who took their time to listen in, to join in with us over on Periscope, over on Facebook, over on YouTube, over on 247miami.tv. We will be back here next Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you join us right here. Again, we'll be back on Periscope. We'll be back on Facebook. We'll be back on YouTube, 247 Miami TV. You're listening to Now Trending. Again, I'm your host, Joy Canizero, with my co-host, Chris Meadow. with my producer Drew. We have intern Brian in the house. If you want to change it around so they can see who you are, let them see Lou, 24/7 Lou, and Siobhan. Siobhan, sorry, no last name. Hopefully you'll be
Show
back
some
next
weed.
week. And the mayor. We hope to have you back next week. Everybody have a great week, everybody.
Peace out.
Peace out.
Oh.